So the opening question that I had was, do you think we need another E3, even though we consume our news differently than we did like 10 years ago or so?
Well, who needs the E3? Because that's the original
I need
question.
it. I need it.
E3, but what was E3 like
I know
originally?
it was like
It
a
was a
trade
trade
show.
show.
It was a place where journalists can go talk to developers, talk about their games, stuff like that. There was like a big
Sure, journalists were a big component of that. They were the
yeah.
front-facing component of that. They were the thing
Mhm.
that we most saw, not through the 90s.
No.
Through the 90s, like E3 worked the way it was supposed to.
Mhm.
I would say around 2005 or 6, E3 became something different. It became Comic-Con. It became this huge thing. I mean, I guess Comic-Con became something different in the
Yeah.
aughts as well.
Yep.
Um, but like E3 wasn't like necessarily a thing for journalists to hook up with publishers. It was a thing for publishers to hook up with retail stores.
Yeah. Okay.
Certainly journalists were getting behind the scenes look because that's how you hype up your shit.
Mhm.
But what was also happening at old E3s was Toys R Us execs meeting with Activision or no, not Activision. I wanted to say what's the fucking iguana on the NBA Jam thing. Um
Uh, shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not Activision. The Acclaim.
Acclaim? Acclaim.
Like
Okay.
Acclaim.
Yeah,
Acclaim
that's
was
what
a
you're talking about. Okay.
publisher. Like Activision too, but like in the
Yeah.
90s, like I'm thinking of like big fucking hitting shit, and
Right.
that is Acclaim. Acclaim would have private showings with all of these things that we were, the press was getting to see, but for Toys R Us execs, for Babbage's execs, for KB
Mhm.
Toys execs, for JC Penney's execs, for Kohl's
Yeah.
execs, being like, this is the big game. You need to put your order in now because it's going to take us 6 months to produce this shit. It
Mhm.
was running on the toy electronic company sort of business model of like, it's going to take us 6 months to produce this. Get your orders in now. The same way when like I worked in a plastic warehouse, like when the pandemic was happening, it was like, yeah, everybody wants plastic right now for guards and screens and things like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
you got to get your order in like 10 months in advance. Like that's how backed up we are.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense 'cause, I did an episode on Retro XP where I talked about the Master System
mhm.
and the original Sega Master System, and Sega didn't have a foothold here, so they did an exclusive deal at the
Yeah.
Computer Electronics Show with Tonka Toys,
Yes.
like,
Yes, they
the
did.
company that sells, like, toy trucks and other toys
Tonka
and
was
stuff.
their
They were like
distributor.
yeah, they were like,
Tonka,
"Okay,
Minneapolis, Minnesota, Tonka. Yeah.
we're gonna take your marketing, we're gonna take your distribution, we're gonna sell it, we're gonna do all the legwork while Sega, you just do the behind the scenes stuff."
And that
And
deal
they
lasted for a few years
yeah,
too.
3 years, but they derailed it because
Mhm.
Tonka was, like, spending money on other shit, and they didn't know what they were doing.
They didn't really
So
want to push it. They wanted to push
no.
their own shit.
Yeah.
Whereas what Nintendo went out and did was get hooked up with, what is it, Toys of Wonder, who were
Yeah.
all ex Atari sales network executives, which
Notori.
Atari had completely blown up the sales network, like the way that coin op distribution worked at the time.
Mhm.
Like Atari blew it up and took over both of them. Like it was like you either went with this company or you went with this distribution company.
Yeah.
Your arcades, your slot machines, your jukeboxes, whatever that was coin operated went through one of these two distribution companies. You couldn't be in this bar if this company owned it.
Mhm.
Atari just made Atari and then made a fake company and split their C-suite, quote unquote at the time, up into two separate companies, fucked both of those markets up and took over both of them. So basically their sales team was the best in the fucking business. And then when the video game industry got destroyed, they moved into toys, and then Nintendo moved into that company and basically just took their entire distribution network. which ended up being the best fucking thing they probably could have done.
Yeah, no kidding. On that little video game history lesson, welcome to another episode of Hair of the Dogcast. My name is Stoy, and I'm joined by Luigi, who
Hi.
is who I didn't realize was such a video game historian.
20th century video game history is my thing.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's what I do.
there's
Sorry.
so many being like even like researching a lot of stuff for my other podcasts. It's like, man, there's so much like bullshittery that happens, or even just like blind dumb luck that happens to come around. That all of a sudden now here we are at this point. Like
Mm-hmm.
even like I mean I hate to brag about my Master System, but they were literally Sega developers were literally throwing darts at a board with what they were going to name the system, and the
Yeah.
dart landed on Master System. So that's how we got it. Like pure blind luck, which is kind of funny.
Dude,
So
blind luck, spite. I mean,
yeah,
and yet, and it like
that's how we got the
Namco,
PlayStation. We got the
like,
PlayStation out of pure spite.
and like I will always say this to the day I die, that Namco is the scrappiest motherfucking video game company who has ever existed. They made the best arcade games. They
Yep.
went toe to toe with Nintendo and got their ass kicked, and they still
Mhm.
exist. And
Yeah.
and today they're the best.
And now they're
Like,
making their games.
yeah. Now they're making, like, now Namco is like FromSoft is Namco. Like Namco
Yeah, yeah.
like it just has this portfolio. Like, dude, Namco's the shit. I love
Yep.
them. I love their
All props to them.
whatever. Let's
But
go.
yeah, let's be sure if you're listening to this, check out some of our other shows like Zombie Dogs, which is a Resident Evil podcast, Popcorn Dogs, movie podcast, Raw Dogs, Retro XP, tons of different options. You can access up to some of our bonus content and episodes on our Patreon page. So please consider donating to the cause. You get access to an exclusive Discord network of some like-minded people and some non-like-minded people. So patreon.com/hair of the dogcast. So it's a fun group. It's a fun group. I want to say it's pretty active daily. Some all-stars in there. You said you were talking with Tony Pepperoni before jumping on the show, huh?
Yeah, I just got off like a really long call with Tony. We were gonna play Forza, and then we just both independently ended up doing donuts in a field in Japan while talking about like American masculinity for a while, and
Alpha
therapy,
male masculinity. Yeah.
and just mental
Wow.
health and shit. So what's up, Tony?
See, I mean, that's what makes the Discord so cool is that we all feel like we're talking to each other like we've known each other for years. So definitely hit us up there. Like I said, it's an exclusive community of just Patreon supporters for us. So also a reminder, every game is coming out in September. So guard your wallets, keep track of the release dates, because I think every game developer is scared of Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out in November. So everybody's like releasing games in September. So with the exception of Modern Warfare 4, I think that's still coming out in October.
That's why Nintendo has nothing this year.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I think there's one big thing that I think may eclipse GTA 6, but we'll
hope.
see. We'll see.
Well, I don't know if I hope it eclipses GTA 6, but I hope it's big.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we'll see. We'll talk about that when we get there. But
Yeah.
the theme of this episode, though, Andre is here in spirit with us, but there was a lot of news that came out over the last week or two, so that's why this episode is kind of delayed a bit, to where it's like, okay, we want to wait for everything to drop, and then we can all talk about it in one episode instead of having chunks here and there. So there was the Jeff Keighley's, which was the Summer Games Fest.
Key 3.
Key 3, some people call it. There was the
That's what I call
PlayStation
it.
Spartacus showcase. There was the Xbox showcase, and then there was the Nintendo Direct. So we're going to basically go through everything that was announced, all the trailers, anything cool that's coming out that you guys may be interested in, or not interested in. So we're going to start out with the Key 3 Summer Games Fest. Started out with a banger, I got to say. That goddamn red suit. I hate that damn red suit that he was wearing. I don't know why. I just don't like his
velvet suit.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the cut of his jib.
God,
I don't like
hate
it.
him.
I don't like his whoever
hold
is.
Hold on. Where's my note?
I just don't like whoever does his wardrobe in anything. It's either his shoes look dumb or his whatever.
Oh no,
you know what?
I didn't make a note. I said this to the three of us in our little group chat, where I said, Oh, you have to cut all this out. Oh
No, I'm
no.
not going to cut any of this out. I'm looking through the chat too. Um, but
Just started watching Summer Games Fest Key 3 presentation, and fuck, I hate Jeff so much. Banal, toothless, corporate stooge.
yep,
Yep.
banal, toothless corporate stooge. There it is, right there.
And then my next note is devs. It's been 12 years since the first Alien Isolation.
I
Me,
immediately got
fuck me.
I immediately got arthritis when I heard that too. I was like, no, fucking
No, it
hell,
hasn't.
dude. I
And then I
remember,
remembered like the heyday of like watch me play YouTube shit being
yeah,
2015. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. It was that long
yeah,
ago.
yeah. It was that
But
was
yeah,
early
fuck
PlayStation
Jeff
4.
Keighley. He don't matter no more. So
Yeah, no
whatever. This
kidding.
is all
So
cute.
anyway, so he starts to show off with a banger. We get a little teaser. It's game's not really announced. There's no title screen or anything like that, but it's a gameplay from a first person perspective. Someone's walking into an apartment building. Apparently, this old woman answers a door who apparently is French.
Mm-hmm.
If she is French, that's the worst French accent I've ever heard. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it was, I don't know, maybe that's a different dialect thing. I guess there's different French dialects. I don't know. But
I sorry, the article
no.
we had was not in order.
Yeah, it's in reverse, so you have to scroll all the way down.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I did the same thing too, where I was like, none of this is in order, but
Because I'm
um
like, I had this fucking thing pegged from the
so
second I saw it.
yeah, so the moment like you walking into the apartment basically, so to speak, because like, oh, your brother is a little weird or something like that, and then you walk into the apartment and they're like, oh no, this place is a mess, whatever, and then the woman says it's like a boulder ran through here, and that
Mm-hmm.
was my cue where I know what this is. I know what this is. This is Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Mm.
And sure enough, it came out. They flashed the screen um, with the V, and I was like, "Yep, that's it,
Yep.
Veronica."
That's
So
right. I didn't have it called during the I just knew that like that old woman was gonna disappear at some point, and
yeah,
I was gonna hate everything that happened
mhm,
after that. But I called Resident Evil Veronica like what else are they gonna do? They're gonna do zero. They
mhm.
haven't done RE1 yet, and they've got Code Veronica. So they're
Yeah.
obviously going to do Code Veronica because they're not touching those other two yet.
And admittedly, Code Veronica, and I've said this before, is the one that needs the remake the most.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's
You
going to be a
have
lot of
said that. That's
quality of
true.
life. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of quality of life improvements that they're going to fix. My problem is that I hope they don't change much of the characters and the story and who they are. Like Brad will agree with me on this that they better keep Steve the same lovable goof that we know him as. And I
Yeah.
hope they don't change the villain of this game. I hope they don't change that.
Have they altered characters a whole lot in the 2 and 3 remakes?
I don't
Like
think they
4 or
did.
whatever,
Yeah, and they didn't in 4 either. Like honestly, I think they pretty much kept it pretty faithful. I
yeah.
want to say the only thing I remember, the only thing that they changed in 4 that I was like, it's not a big deal. There in 4 there was the scene where like Ashley first meets Louis, and Louis
Okay.
says, "Oh, it looks like the president's daughter is equipped with ballistics," and the
Does he
camera
not
goes
hit
right to
on
her
her?
chest. No, he doesn't. He doesn't say that to her in the remake.
Cool.
And I was like,
Good.
okay, fine,
I like Luis
fine,
more now. My
yeah, fine,
favorite character just got better.
yeah.
Great.
So they took that line out of the remake, but they kept pretty much everything else. He was
Yeah.
pretty much the same guy. So
Cool. Like, I feel like we can trust them with these remakes.
yeah,
They've done amazing work with them. Like they've revitalized their own company with them.
mhm,
Like, RE7 was a big deal, but
huge deal.
and so was RE8, and like
Mhm,
RE9 has been amazing for them this year, but like those remakes though, like get just as much buzz,
yeah,
and they're just as important, and I think even more important for the history of the series, because they're doing very faithful remakes of these things. So
Yeah,
yeah,
especially since
this is a
they're
big deal.
changing story canon, they're changing little things here and there just to kind of keep the continuity together,
Hmm.
at least, and not be so muddled or so confusing.
Yeah,
So I could definitely appreciate that, and we saw a little bit of that culminate with Requiem, with what they did at the end, and I won't spoil that, but yeah. So it just says 2027, I think, spring
yeah.
2027. I assume. So we're getting that.
I would hope that it hits before the end of fiscal year. Once again, going back to why toy companies
Yeah,
figure in
they
so much
they
to
look at
video game
quarters.
companies.
Yeah,
They do the same. They have the same fiscal year because of Christmas. So
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. So I would totally see them hitting this like March, February. I mean,
Mhm.
it's Capcom, you know.
Typical. I mean, honestly, a
Capcom
lot of their
loves to
Resident Evil
drop
games.
great games in February.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say we got Requiem there. We got most other Resident Evil games, I think, around spring. So
Yeah,
this will be on par.
they're one of like they are the biggest company to start inhabiting in the last 20 years, the biggest video game company who just consistently puts out
Consistently.
quality in Q4
Yeah.
post Christmas. They
Yep.
love
Yep.
to do it. And they love to put
Otherwise,
experimental things out then too.
yeah. Otherwise, we're getting a new Cuphead sequel. Apparently, was announced, so it was
Yeah.
probably in pre-production, and
Yes.
they're doing a new retro action platformer shooter in 8-bit style. Apparently,
Which
rumor is they're working on a Master System version of this.
which is
So,
cute,
yeah,
but like
okay.
there's
It's only for a
very
small
small.
community of retro gamers out there that'll probably buy it. But
It
you
it,
know,
it looks like a very
it looks like those like
Mega
Disney
Man.
Nintendo, yeah, like those Disney Nintendo games, like
Yeah.
Tailspin, Ducktales. It kind of looks
But
similar to that.
a little bit, but like I got more of a like a Mega Man feeling from it,
Oh,
where
100%.
difficult 2D platformer.
Hmm.
Whereas the original one felt like some weird spiritual successor to oh shit, I'm blanking now, the treasure game, where you're two different characters and you fight it's like a big boss gauntlet. I mean, that's every treasure game, but
Yeah.
there's a treasure Genesis game that I'm just completely blanking on now. But it was like there was little tiny levels in between of big boss fights. It was mostly a boss fight game.
Hmm. You're not talking Gunstar Heroes, are you?
Gunstar Heroes, there it
Is that what you
is.
were talking about? Okay, right.
Yes, yeah.
That
Cuphead
was a
has
weird.
always felt like
That,
a Gunstar Heroes like
yeah,
love letter to me.
that was a weird
Especially
game.
one, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, totally weird game. I love that game.
I love it. Yeah.
But especially after the entire like video game community seemed to descend upon Cuphead and be like, this is just going to be nothing but boss rushes, and they're like, fine, we'll throw some like Gunstar Hero levels in, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what the original always felt to me. But this feels like a cute little Mega Man thing.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're getting Alien Isolation 2 finally, and as we talked about,
That's cool.
check your prostate, because the first game came out 12 years ago. Just a gentle reminder, maybe you're up for a colonoscopy.
Yeah, 11
So,
years ago, I was
yeah.
watching the Team 4-Star guys play this game while the guy who voiced their fake Krillin
Yeah.
played it. So yeah,
Looks good. It looks like it's set on a planet. It looks like the atmosphere is intact. Sounds like obviously Ripley's back. So what was her name? Ellen Ripley? Or something like that. I forget. But
I don't know. I've never
anyway,
seen any of those
she's back.
movies.
We got footage of Fumito Ueda,
Dude,
his new game, Gen
he
Atlas.
was in the crowd.
He was there, man. He was there.
Yeah.
This guy's very well known for creating some of the most iconic video games in history, like Ico, Shadow of the Colossus. Looks like he's working on a sci-fi game with giant robots and desert monsters or something like that. So
I can't wait to see how it like figures into the lore of his other games, because they're all connected.
They're all connected. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It looks really good. I mean, science,
Oh, dude,
sci-fi in a desert, kind of. I mean, not
flying robot
necessarily Dune
head.
looking, but like, yeah, it's like flying robot head and then like giant mecha monsters. Just looks amazing.
Yeah.
So no release date for that yet, though. But
Brad and I's old co-host, my good friend Ruby Hart, is a big Shadow of the Colossus speedrunner. Also, just the general Uedaverse
mhm.
speed runs. Has done speed runs of like Ico, Shadow, and the dog game back to
Last
back to back.
Guardian.
Last Guardian back to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to back. So yeah, they were losing their goddamn mind over this.
yeah. I'll bet it looks good. I'm really excited for it. Otherwise, we're getting Blood Message, which is a one of the many looks like Souls-like games set in Chinese folklore dynasty era.
Yeah, I got
So
tired of the Souls like stuff, but like I, as a history nerd, am straight up like, oh, 850 AD China, like,
mhm.
yeah, let's, I would go over to my friend's house and watch his roommate play Dynasty Warriors just to get the like
Just to
Romance of
get
the
the
Three
history.
Kingdoms stories. Yeah,
Nice.
because I was like this is boring watching you kill all these guys, but like the story is cool.
Yeah.
So I'm into weird history. So like at least this one like had some cool shit behind it.
It's cinematic and it's narrative driven. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like it's going to be like a boss rush devils demons slaying, souls like game. It looks like it's going to be a good solid third person action adventure, with a
Hmm.
good story. So
Yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on it because like I said, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
here's an interesting one, Stranger Than Heaven. And
Woo!
I kind of want to get your perspective here.
RGG, baby.
You probably know what I'm talking about. So yeah, RGB Studio is making it's like RGG. They're it's like they're obviously well known for the Yakuza games, but
Hmm.
this one they're kind of doing something a little bit different. It's like a historical piece set between like a span of like 40 years or something like that between like pre and post World War II Japan.
Which they made Ishin, which was like
Colonial era.
Death of the Edo period, like beginning
Hmm.
of the Meiji period, like Meiji Restoration.
Yeah.
And it was about like historical Ishin. Um, yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because it's weird.
Yeah.
The Ishin themselves actually have a weird history. But yeah, so I'm into them like fucking with history. I love it. Like
Yeah.
especially like when they've already been doing the 80s, 90s, and aughts. Like
Mhm.
I'm into them being honest about weird history shit.
Yeah. So in this case, we have two special guests that are in the game.
Yeah, we do.
Snoop Dogg,
Mm-hmm.
who looks like a kind of like a basically like a black, white bearded samurai, and then
He's
apparently,
old, dude. Like
yeah,
he
he's
looks like he's old. He's on in his years. Might be a
so
little
he can rock the
wise.
gray. He can rock the
Yeah.
gray for sure. But
However,
in one scene, in comes walking in Tupac Shakur,
with the
which
bandana.
with the bandana, which as we know, Tupac died very many years ago.
And you
So
said
it's
this
like
happens between what?
between like 1911 or 1917 and 1960 something. So it's a 50-year span.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
That's that's a really rough period for Japan
yeah,
historically. They
especially
did a
for
lot of really awful shit.
yes, they did.
Even
And
even
if
during like that's why I hesitated to talk about the Ishin period.
yeah,
Bad stuff was happening.
yeah,
So,
sorry Japan, you were pretty naughty back then.
I'm
Um
interested to see how they handle it.
yeah.
But because like I said, I'm a weird history nerd.
I was
So,
conflicted with Tupac because in my eyes I was like I hope they don't I hope they don't AI digitize his voice in this game because that would be I don't know. It's like, okay, fine. You can use his likeliness in a game, honor his memory, as long as the family's okay with it, which is fine.
sure,
But
the
I
estate is
heard
fine.
WB Games actually owns his estate, so it's not even Tupac's family that owns his estate. It's like
Mm,
actual company.
arf,
So it's like,
arf.
of course
If
they're going to
that
sign off on it.
were that true,
Yeah.
gross. Because like Snoop Dogg talked about it on stage, and it was funny because
Yeah.
they brought out. Let's talk about one thing here. So Jeff, anytime a Japanese person, game dev, something like that, came out on stage, they would speak Japanese, and then someone would say a scripted thing. They pretended to bring out a interpreter, but you could very
Mhm.
much tell that interpreter knew what they were about to say. They were not
Yeah.
an interpreter. They were just
Mhm.
there to say the scripted thing. So they did that for RGG. They brought out the head of the studio, has not been to America in 20 years, they said.
So they
He
said,
came
yeah.
out. Yeah, he came out. They talked back and forth. Jeff did his like little I'm the white Canadian Drake thing
Mhm.
where he gloms all over everybody. And then Snoop comes out. Did not look at that guy once again after that point.
Yeah.
Like it would just
Yeah.
only like turned his body away from that guy and talked to Snoop for the rest of the thing. But the main point I was trying to say was like Snoop said, well, I talked to his family, Tupac's family, about this because I was like, I think this would be a cool thing to do.
Mhm.
But if Snoop, if Tupac's likeness is owned by WB Games, like
No,
holy
it's
shit.
actually I actually had to Google it. It's owned by Amaru Entertainment,
Okay,
and
which is a
it's
family trust or
a
something.
music executive, Tom Whaley, who was one
Oh,
of the original guys that signed Tupac to a label.
not even a
His
family trust.
Tupac's family literally give this guy his name, image, likeliness, and music for
For how
global
much?
license.
When?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't even want
Yeah.
to look it up because it's probably not enough.
Anyway, this is
He
all going to
was
be
he
like
was the head
extremely
of
troubling.
he was the former head of Warner Brothers Records, so that's where maybe I
Yeah.
got Warner Brothers in this. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like whatever. We're getting it. I think it's too late for them to reverse course, and it sounds like the internet was a little bit cautious at first, but then kind of changed their mind. So
I'm more worried about like setting a story in
and
like
yeah,
Japan's worst years
yeah, and making it believable because
imperialistically.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
next game, what do you think of Hex? I think you
Oh,
said
I
in the
thought it
chat
was
that it looked pretty cool.
awesome.
Looked
I
really
thought
good.
it, I thought it looked so cool.
Yeah, looked
Um,
made by some former devs who they made the Division.
which I did not
Um,
care shit about.
yeah, I
So
know. Which it's like, okay, these two aren't the same, but this looks like kind of like an open world first person shooter with like sci-fi Rubik's cube type
yeah,
elements
it
in
looks
it.
like open world multiplayer Witness or something like that.
Yeah,
Like I'm
Witness.
into
That's a
that.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked cool. I just was like, okay, cool. And like, they had to like they solved a puzzle and then had to run the fuck away from a puzzle at one point. And I was like, this
Mhm.
is great. I'm into this.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Looks really unique. Obviously, we got no release date except 2027. That's it. So
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows what this is going to be when it comes out? But I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, which they've been teasing this game for years,
Yeah,
and we
which is
still haven't seen anything conclusive.
it's based on a graphic novel, right?
Yeah, where like three of the turtles die, and then
And
one is
and
surviving.
Leo's left, the worst one is left. Yeah.
Michelangelo.
Oh, Mike's left?
Yeah,
Eh,
Michelangelo's the one's left.
oh,
Yeah, I know.
I'd love to check that out. If Leo was left, that'd be just boring as shit.
Yeah,
All
and that's
right.
what I think that's why Michelangelo is so fitting because he was always the
Yeah.
goofball of the group, and now it's like he's carrying this immense burden. I read the graphic novels; it's really good.
Is it? Okay,
But
cool.
Mike, yeah, basically Mike had to grow up real fast. Um,
Oh, I feel
but
so bad for him. I want to read it just to like support him.
yeah, I know, no kidding. I
Poor
mean,
guy.
I was a Raphael guy, but
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah.
I was glad at least Michelangelo took the reins. So
Yeah.
this is being developed by Platinum Games,
Yeah.
so I'm excited for that because you know, they most of the time hit things out of the park. So
Hmm.
Ninja Gaiden 4 was great.
Not all of their licensed
Yeah,
property games get hit out of the park, but some
I
of them
think they
do.
did. They did a Teenage Ninja Turtles game way back
It was
that
okay.
didn't go so well. Yeah.
This feels like something more serious.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they take it more seriously
Yeah.
than
So we're
they
getting
did that.
Gundam Rogue Orbits, which is
Eh,
a high mobility action game in the Gundam universe. Fine.
sure. People like
Crossfire.
Gundam.
Yeah, Crossfire, which is a single player story driven game
This
made by a
kind of
bunch of
looked
Call of Duty
cool.
devs.
Yeah, I'm
Looked like
kind
it
of into the idea of it.
looked like kind of like a cool tech demo kind of thing where it's like, hey, let's show off the cool tech and the cool cover mechanics.
Yeah, yeah. Like they brought out a story dev and a like architectural gameplay, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
dev. And the story dev talked about like how you'll be working together with someone who you're actually
Mhm.
against, and you're right. The person who was working on the architecture was like, we have built a game that is dynamic cover.
Yeah.
So your character will constantly be seeking the right kind of cover when you go up against something, which, cool.
Yeah, and even just the movement mechanics around the different terrain. The sneaking mechanics were kind of cool. Instead of just
Mhm.
like one single walking animation, it's like actually different types of movement, which is
Especially
cool.
if you're crouching,
Yeah. So
I liked the idea of this. I
this looks
was
like Call of Duty meets Death Stranding with the kind of like weird ghosting or
okay.
ghosts that were in the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of it.
I never really got Call of Duty out of it. Now that I see that they're former Call of Duty devs.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was because there was like more than just,
Mhm.
hoorah bullshit in it. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I was at least like not moved by the story, but like intrigued enough to be like, okay, cool, I'll check this out a
Yeah.
little bit. I'll remember the name of this.
Yeah. Otherwise, we got a reveal for Guild Wars 3.
Cool.
Beta test is going to be coming out in fall of 2027.
The original free to
So,
play MMO.
yeah. Virtual Fighter Crossroads. We're getting a story. We got a story trailer. So
Dude, what the
this looks,
fuck?
yeah. The Virtual Fighter games. I remember I saw a teaser for it like a year ago, and it looked really good. But this story mode, like,
Yeah.
looks really good.
RGG's here.
Yeah.
The fucking the guys we were just talking about a second ago.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yakuza people are
They're killing it, man.
if this is the future of non-turn based RPG Yakuza, if they're just like, all right, fine, we'll just do Virtua Fighter for a while.
Yeah. Let's
Story
do a
modes.
fighting game. Yeah.
Cool. I'm in.
I'm in.
Like
Yeah.
that I'm totally down.
Yeah, it looked good. Kind of like a mix of maybe some like multi battles with like multiple different characters, but like it stars one guy's, I guess, family history and getting around the Chinese mafia in this area. So
Mm-hmm.
we got RuneScape Dragon Wilds.
Sure.
Sure. Mafia the Old Country expansion, Man of Honor.
They
Sure.
showed that
Okay.
guy's face and they were like, don't you see? And I was like, yeah, I have no idea. Who
I
that
was
is.
like, no, I have no idea either.
Oh my
I mean,
god, it's the protagonist from Mafia 2 or something.
I
like,
barely
yeah, sure,
played the original Mafia games. I played Old Country, and Old Country was pretty good, but
okay, yeah.
I saw this reveal and I'm like, I feel like I should know this guy.
Nah.
But he was one of the original in the first Mafia. This was the original guy.
It was the first, the guy in the original Mafia game where you had to follow traffic laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fun.
Uh-huh.
1666 Amsterdam. Former game director for the Assassin's Creed games went on to start his own development studio like 10, 12 years ago or something.
Yeah. And finally put something out?
Finally put something out, which looks like a
I wasn't turned off by it.
No, it looked interesting. It was like colonial France or colonial England, where you're a nun.
Holland, I assume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Amsterdam. Duh. It's
but
a third person.
that was all in flux. I'm listening to a podcast series right now about the religious wars of France during this time period, basically.
Yeah. So apparently this is like a nun woman that has special psychic powers and can go into a different dimension or something.
Okay.
Fight demons.
Sure.
Looks interesting.
Sounds
I think
like a Japanese, Mega 10 game.
Right. I think the demo is out now, so you could play the prologue on Steam. So I'm probably gonna pick it. I'm probably gonna download the demo and try to see if this is something for me. But So we're getting Saw Genesis, which is a 3v1 multiplayer based horror game
Is that what it
made by
is?
yeah, that's what it is. Like it didn't look like that in the trailer,
No, didn't
but
catch that at all.
the only reason why I knew about it is I read about it and I was like, it's a 3v1 horror game. I'm out.
I was like, that was so hard to follow. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to, but like,
But this is
man,
done by the Bloober Team guys, which they're working on a Silent Hill 1 remake. They're
okay.
working on a new Layers of Fear game. They're working on this game, and they're also working on I guess they got Chronos New Dawn DLC coming out.
Slow down,
Like
boys.
these guys are cooking, man. These guys are cooking. It looks good. It looks deliciously Saw. Like
And
World War
yeah,
One aesthetics, all this.
yeah, kind of. I just like maybe I just because I haven't seen any of the Saw movies, I was like, I just don't.
I think I saw the first
Follow
two
it.
when they were out way back, but
Yeah, my partner was like, the first one's really, really, really damn good. We should watch it sometime, but we haven't.
okay. Lords of the Fallen 2. I mean, we've seen that before. Star Wars
Cool.
Zero Company, which is a turn-based strategy game in the Star Wars universe.
Made by Ubisoft.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Uh,
Or else I'd get into it.
um,
I'm a big old turn-based RTS fan.
yeah.
Or turn-based, yeah, strategy game fan, and this kind of looked a little tasty, but it's so very clearly Star Wars XCOM.
Yeah.
Like straight up Star Wars XCOM. I'm sure there's a bunch of like really cool
No, it says
twists on it.
It says Bit Reactor and Respawn Entertainment. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Okay,
not
sorry.
Ubisoft.
EA. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I can't buy it.
yeah, EA. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Saudi. Sorry,
okay.
Respawn. You guys are really good, and I'm sure you're gonna put out really good stuff. And I feel
Titanfall 3.
bad that Vince is dead.
Yeah, right.
But you're also owned by Jared Kushner and the Saudis. So
Anakin Skywalker's in this game. Apparently, he shows up at the
yeah,
end of the trailer. So who knows what he's going
he
to be
was
doing in this?
he was the like the reveal,
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
it was a reveal that he was like not Darth Vader. He was literally Hayden Christensen Anakin.
Right.
So that
We got
places
more.
the story.
We got more footage of Blood of the Dawn Walker, which is kind of like a vampire meets Witcher type of game.
Kind
Looks good.
of. I was sort of into it.
Yeah, it looks good. I saw gameplay footage of it a while back. It looks really good.
It's
Really
like
into it.
and your quote unquote dad vampire is very like the like old ancient vampire, the bald, the pale, the pointy teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and like you've been around, you're like one of his like first spawn vampire. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like it was like I'm kind of feeling this. This could be a cool story. This could be like it's a cool little vibe of
Yeah.
I made you. You're one of the most powerful dudes I have, and
The modern parts of it is it's a new reveal. I always thought this was just taking place
yeah,
in the medieval ages. But yeah.
that was cool. Like, all right, cool. And like he
We're
like just
getting
like breaks into an Amazon box and pulls out
right. Yeah.
a
Pulls out blood.
shitload of like
Yeah.
donated blood, and it's like, I don't know. I was into it.
We're getting a narrative-driven single-player game in the Among Us universe.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in this.
Voiced by some like really cool people though.
Sure, I guess.
Like Patton Oswalt's in there. Yvette Nicole Brown from Community was on stage.
Right, yeah.
And the other girl that was on stage with her, who I can't remember, but I recognize. But like, I was like, oh, cool. There's some like cool people in this. I'm sure it'll be funny, but like,
I mean, there's money in this universe.
Yeah, there's money in the Among Us stand. I'm sure still.
Monster Hunter Wilds DLC called Ascendance. Looks like this one's coming out sometime in 2027. There's going to be dragons in this. Hot Wheels Infinite Rush, which is great game, looks pretty cool. It's coming out this September.
And I'm a big fan of the anytime Forza Horizon has put
the Hot Wheels stuff in
the
it.
game.
Yeah,
that's always dumb fun. So this looks like a cross between that and some like not kart racing, but like not.
Like Burnout
It's a
a
little
little
more,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Burnout. There you
Yeah.
go. It's a little
Yeah.
more arcadey.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm kind of into that.
Yeah, give me more like arcadey style racing games,
I
So we got
love
this game
that
next
shit.
called Clutch, which is like an open world simulation racing game. But it looks a little bit of like Need for Speed meets Forza
Yeah,
with a big story attached to it.
which I'm like, yeah,
Sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
like I've said on this podcast many times. The only time I give a fuck about Need for Speed if there are cops and if I'm breaking the law.
Yeah, if it's cops and racers. So
And
that
honestly,
one's coming out in spring 2027.
I'd say quite honestly, in Forza Horizon, I always feel like I'm breaking the law because I'm driving on the road in a goddamn Lamborghini,
And you're destroying fences, man.
just slamming into people's
Yeah.
shitty
Dude.
pickup trucks and blowing up their fucking fences. So
That's
yeah,
why sometimes that game takes me out because I'm like, I'm committing so much crime right now.
there's no way that
There's
this
no
would
way.
ever exist in real life.
Yeah,
This
no kidding.
festival, it's a
Yeah.
fun fantasy, but like the second you stop to think about it too long.
Yeah.
I'm
Really.
pretty sure
Don't
Forza
think,
Horizon,
just have fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Forza Horizon 1 was based in the place where I live now.
Yeah.
So,
Attack on Titan 3.
sure.
I don't, yeah, sure. Pal
I
World
just don't care about
1.0.
that show anymore.
Yeah.
I was okay. Can I
We're
say
finally
something?
getting a full release of Pal World, looks like.
Can I say something
Yeah.
about this trailer? I get it. I completely Nintendo's lawyers, I completely understand.
Mm.
Because I thought this was some weird Game Freak offshoot thing. Oh boy. Like they're not even trying. Like I
Yeah.
haven't played Pal World. I have like barely, other than the like video game articles with like the few pictures that
Mm-hmm.
Polygon or Kotaku or IGN will put in there. I've barely like really even seen anything what these monsters look like, but like holy shit.
Yeah.
They
Pretty.
are like, I thought this was a Pokemon thing. So I get it, Nintendo's lawyers.
I would
I'm
say they were
sorry.
towing the line, but they are right on the line.
They
I
are
mean,
not even towing it.
They're not. Yeah, they're not hiding
no.
it. So.
That thing looked like a straight up cross between Tyranitar and
Mhm.
I don't remember what the name of the Anomalocaris looking one from Gen
I have
2
no idea.
is, but
yeah.
I had to catch it in Pokemon Go at one point. But yeah, it's just like they're not even trying, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it, Nintendo. I get it, Game Freak lawyers. I'm sorry I made fun of you at some point.
Yeah. Otherwise, Wolf Among Us 2, that's still a thing.
Cool.
I'm glad it's still in development, even though it's taking very long.
And
it's
that
coming out.
team blew up and got sold and collapsed
and they came back.
became another thing. And then, yeah.
So it's coming out in 2027. We're also getting Wolf Among Us Remastered coming out at the end of this year, which is really cool.
Cute.
So, yep. Stellar Blade Blood Rain, they're announcing a sequel for this game already. And by the gameplay trailer, it looks pretty much almost done, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and this was after I had already watched the Nintendo thing, which had a Stellar Blade 1.
Yeah, they're bringing Stellar Blade,
Yeah, and I was like,
Nintendo.
oh, cool, Stellar Blade's coming. And then this is why I'm just like, so many of these things have had so many different crossover games that this one just scared the shit out of me. I didn't realize it was a new one.
Yeah, but this is you're a different. It looks like you're a different woman, so to speak, not like the original Stellar Blade, but she's got boxing mechanics, so it looks really cool that she does a lot more hand-to-hand stuff instead of just wielding a big sword or something like that. It looks good.
She was sneaking behind someone.
Yep.
But she was dressed very inconspicuously.
It's Stellar Blade
or conspicuously. I can't remember which one's which. I'm not being paid for that. So, but yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little trailer of her following behind and stuff. But I was like, you are very obvious, girl. You look amazing.
Yeah. Yep. So no release date up for that yet, but another big one, Street Fighter 6 is getting 4 new characters.
Yeah.
None of them are from the original lineup of Street Fighter characters. They're all
don't think so. No, they're from the original lineup. No.
Yeah.
from
That's why it's kind of funny
SF2.
because like I mean they're all new characters. Like I was trying to find out who they are. Like what was it? Yasmin, Arjun, and
Bosch,
Bosch. Yeah,
yeah, and Bosch, because the fourth one is
Tifa.
obviously Tifa.
Tifa. Yeah, from Final Fantasy VII, which is an interesting crossover. But one that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on because maybe she'll be enough for me to finally fire up Street Fighter 6 again.
And that's the bigger point I would say about Street Fighter 6 is that they're going into their fourth year. This is
Mhm.
their third anniversary,
Yep.
and nobody really cares about this thing. I don't think. Like, it's
I
gotten
mean,
it's gotten its things at cons and
the fighting game
competitions,
community
but
is big,
yeah.
but obviously not enough to interest the current audience, especially if you haven't played the game in so long and it's like, okay, now I got to pick this up again and download all this stuff and like pay extra DLC just to play one character maybe
and
for a little bit.
and five really took the air out of the series after four just brought it back so wonderfully well, and it was like
Yeah.
everybody loved it, and then like five was just like and
Yeah.
yeah, sort of took all
I
the
don't
air
think
out of
I
the
don't think
room.
5 had an actual they had to fix a lot of shit cuz 5 I don't think came out with an arcade mode at first, which was wild.
It was a hot mess.
It was a hot mess. They had to do a lot of soul searching and a lot of like fan service like sorry, we're sorry.
And then they
Here.
just pivoted because
Yeah.
four lasted like almost a decade, like basically a
Yeah.
decade.
Yeah.
Maybe more than a decade. No, maybe it came out earlier than I'm thinking. But like, yeah, four was around forever. And
Mhm.
it was amazing, and everybody
Yeah.
loved it. And I had it on 3DS and had a good time with it and stuff. Like
Mhm.
even that, like it was just everywhere. And then five was just kind of a shit show.
Yeah, right. Well, 6 came out better. I think they learned
Yeah,
their lesson,
hope
thankfully.
so.
So, closing out with a bang, we got news and updates about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, which is called Final Fantasy VII Revelation.
Sure.
Looks like you're going to be playing as 2 new characters. You're going to play as Vincent, who was the vampire former Turk, who you resurrected in the game, and then Sid, who's the pilot that you pick up in um, not remake, Rebirth.
Seems that
You
way.
picked up in the last game. So,
I made a big deal about Vincent. Well, I mean, like not at first, but they brought Matt Mercer out, but
yeah. And Matt Mercer is the voice of Vincent.
mhm.
And I know, I mean, he's a pretty important character in the overall lore of Final Fantasy VII, but
Yeah,
here they made it look like he was like the main character.
of the third
Like,
act.
yeah, of
They're
the
like,
third
oh
act.
my God, Vincent's here. Like,
Yeah.
and I've never played that game,
Okay.
but I know enough about re-releases,
Hmm.
whatever core or whatever bullshit games they've released since then. But I remember the Vincent game. They made
Yeah.
a Vincent game.
Dirge of
It wasn't Crisis
Cerberus.
Core. Dirge of
Dirge of
Cerberus. Yes,
Cerberus. Yeah, for the
exactly.
PlayStation 2. Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
was like,
that was a
oh,
game.
I know Vincent from
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Not that I ever played that, but like I just,
Mhm.
I've paid attention, and so I was just like, oh, hey, Vincent,
It was fine.
what's up?
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, I
So
know none of
there's
the FF7, you know,
you can
anything
apparently
other than
change
that has been good.
costumes. You can change costumes in this, which
Yeah.
I think has associations with like maybe like a job system. Like a lot of the original Final Fantasy games have. I think
Okay.
there's new combat, new gameplay mechanics. You're gonna be fighting these giant monsters. I mean, the story is gonna where they plan on going with the story with this is gonna probably confuse a lot of us original fans to see like what are they gonna change?
Yeah.
Are they gonna change anything? Are they gonna, you know,
Have
update
they?
it? Well, I mean, not really, but
Okay.
the
Once
way
again,
the
I
set,
ask, have they?
the way the rebirth game ended, the last game ended, kind of leaves it up to interpretation, and that's all I'm going to say about
Oh,
that
that's
because it's
cute.
like, what are they doing here?
I mean, did you ever read Goosebumps?
Yeah, of course it did.
Remember how every chapter ended like something bad was going to happen, and then
Yeah, and
like
then it
they
didn't.
mostly never did.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh, and then
oh, the
someone,
next
my
chapter
mom
just
opened the door. Oh, thank God it's mom.
Yeah. Oof. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling on that.
So yeah, that was the Summer Games Fest
It
in a
was.
nutshell. I mean, it was fine.
Jeff was fine.
Jeff did fine.
Annoying. I didn't like how I was getting popped for YouTube ads every like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and
But
the first half of the showcase was plagued with audio issues. Like there was such a bad delay that it
if
literally
you
made it
watched it
unwatchable.
live,
Yeah,
yeah.
made it unwatchable. I couldn't. I was like watching it, and I got like to the like almost halfway point, and I was like, I can't watch this anymore. It's just so it takes me out of it.
They what's this, the state of play for June 2026. They started off with an extended look at Insomniac's Marvel's Wolverine, which is just Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man without the swinging,
But with a lot of
or
blood.
or if you want to call it, the Dark Wolverine Arkham Knight, whatever, because that's what the Marvel Spider-Man games are.
Mhm.
Sure. But this was brutal,
Yeah,
bloody,
dismemberments.
crazy.
Yeah, blades going through people's necks. Like man, I
Man,
laughed because there was like that one scene because like he was like sneaking around, which why would you need to sneak around as Wolverine? You're fucking Wolverine.
at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
After I've seen what you just did to a bunch of dudes, yeah,
Mhm.
like cool, yeah, sneak around. I guess you're
Yeah.
Wolverine. What are you gonna do? Get hit by bullets?
Right. Yeah. Which I mean, it looks like there's like
Right,
actual physical
Logan.
damage to his body
A
as
little
he's getting
bit.
ripped apart. Yeah.
I
Um,
don't know. This whole thing just stressed me the fuck out.
you said
Like
it scared you.
it did. It's just like you just watch like Wolverine's claws go like up through someone's face, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, this doesn't seem like fun to me. I don't
No.
know.
Damn. Okay.
Not really. I'm not a big blood and gore person.
Okay.
I think there's enough bullshit in the world that like I don't need to worry about like that the fantasy of that doesn't seem fun to me.
Hmm.
Um I don't know, man. I just so yeah, this thing kind of scared me a little bit. I don't know. It's just like it's too real. It's not fun. It's not fantasy. It's not comic book. It's ugh.
Hmm.
I never saw Logan, and maybe I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, this doesn't seem like fun to me.
I
The
know this
next
is the only
game
way I can
did.
imagine Wolverine. I mean, this is the only
Yeah,
way I can imagine him.
sure. I agree. But do we need this? I don't know. It looked like when he got really covered in blood that
Hmm.
like there was like something that flashed on the screen and like you can really kill people now. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, this makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It sort of like sent me the wrong way. I'd
Okay.
rather play as Jean Grey the whole time. She seemed like she was cool.
And that was a very popular, I think, sentiment that a lot of people had where it was like, okay, all right, can we play as her, please?
Yeah. And like I got a little teared up at the very end when the kid was like, "Are you a superhero?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm Logan.
No. Yeah.
Nah, I'm Wolverine." I was like,
Yeah.
"Cool," like because I love Wolverine. I
Hmm.
love X-Men. I think the
He's got a heart of
overarching,
gold.
I think the overarching story of X-Men is like really, really cool and really
Hmm.
interesting and like a good take on like civil rights and all that good shit. But
Yep.
like this just seems like, dude, Wolverine's a badass. I'm like, yeah, he
I mean,
is.
he's got claws for arms, for hands, and
I
everybody
don't
really wants
know.
to kill him. They
I,
really want to kill him.
they always do. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
And
just
he's
like,
a hard guy to kill.
like, yeah, I don't
Anyway.
know. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and like I just kind of got turned. I was really excited for this game, and now I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'll probably pass.
Anyway.
So Marvel Token,
Yeah. That looks really cool.
still into that idea. Like I'm probably not going to play it. Not a big fighting game fan, but like I'm
Hmm.
glad that they got to make the game that they were like almost forced to like make a different game than they thought that they were supposed to.
Yeah, this is Arxis Studios, right? So I mean, they're known for
Arc
making
System Works,
like
yes,
yeah, they're known for making like Grand Blue
really good,
Fantasy and like all those like anime style
really
fighting
great,
games. Yeah.
really great fighting games, and like
Yeah.
it seems like, and I remember when this first got announced, I was like, we already have Marvel versus Capcom, and that's what this feels like. But
Mhm.
um, I'm glad that if we're getting a new one of those, even if there's not a Capcom involved, that someone who is competent and really, really, really good at what they do
Mhm.
got to like fuck around with this shit. And like, I think we talked about the show before where they initially came forward with like, here's our ideas, and they're like, your ideas look too much like American designs. Like we
Yeah.
want you to just have fun. And they're like,
Which
"Oh,
yeah,
cool."
they said make the game you want to make.
And
We're
they're like,
okay
"Oh,
with it. Yeah.
cool. Cool." Yeah,
Yeah.
and they came
Awesome.
back with something that looks awesome as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited for, fighting game fans and people who like this style of, 2D fighting game, but
Mhm.
yeah, I probably won't play it.
Yeah, same.
So, there's that. Um, speaking of things that have happened at multiple different showcases, they're remaking Rayman Legends.
Cool. I
Um,
mean,
yeah,
the game was
it's
good enough as is. I don't know. I mean, I guess
sure.
remakes are kind of like, they work in some cases and they don't work in other cases. I don't think this needed a remake. I think a brand new Rayman would have been better.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say that. I probably wouldn't have played it either way.
Yeah.
But we know my stance on Ubisoft on this show.
Mhm.
But no, this isn't. Assassin's Creed Resync. Black Flag Resynced is gonna maybe get me off my ass. This, fuck no. Who
Yeah, this
cares?
I don't think it's gonna get me interested. I mean, it's cool. At least they care about their early franchises. Maybe testing the waters to see if
I
people want
mean,
another Rayman. But yeah, we'll
yeah,
see.
but like, is Michelle Ancel even there anymore? Like, we don't.
I
I don't know. He like
I don't
he
think
stepped
anybody's.
back. Yeah, he stepped back like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
God knows if he's even like anywhere, if he has anything to do with that company. Like, I don't give a fuck what
Hmm.
they want to do with Rayman. Like, I'll show up for a new Michelle Ancel game, maybe, but that's about it.
Right.
Um, Speaking of things that like I am super into but don't know if I'll show up for, Bancho the Chef, or Banco, as
Yeah.
some of my
Sure.
friends say.
I.
Dave the Diver is one of my favorite games of
Mhm.
the last few years. I love Dave the
Oh, that's where
Diver.
he's from. Okay. All right.
Yes.
I was like from a historic franchise or like some new franchise. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
franchise is this guy from?
It's the origin story of Bancho,
Okay. All
the
right.
the sushi chef in Dave the Diver, which Dave the Diver is a game that, holy shit. Like that just it's like Vampire Survivor. It just keeps on giving.
Hmm.
There's more shit. Like all of a sudden
Yeah.
you've opened a farm, then you've opened a fish farm, then you've opened an underwater fish farm, and like then that gets a mechanic, and this gets a mechanic, and that gets a mechanic, and then all of a sudden you're like helping Bancho like cut stuff. And this is what that looks like. Is that there are some times where like you help Bancho with like you're his sous chef, and you
Hmm.
you have to like cut the fish you brought up and then dredge it in like a cornstarch slurry and then fry it, and you gotta like kind of cooking mama your way through it. So
Hmm.
like I'm into like the idea of a cooking mama Bancho game, but I also like I don't want to just play a cooking mama Bancho game, but I also
Same. I'm
sort
not
of,
interested in this at all.
yeah, but I also sort of feel like there's way more under the surface, because Dave the Diver is ostensibly a like 2D underwater fishing game where you
Right.
have a spear gun. But it's so much more than that. And so I expect them to do way more than that, but I also don't know if I like necessarily just want to pick this up right away
Hmm.
until I see that. So I don't know. I've got weird feelings about Bancho the Chef. Uh Dave the Diver, like I said, amazing game. I expect this to be cool. I can't. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. Kamuri, the hunt the unseen. I don't remember who this is who came out and talked about it.
She came out, I think she was working on Ghostwire Tokyo years ago.
Yes. Okay, it is her.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and she
she's
was
like
like this quirky Japanese
Capcom's.
girl.
No, she's
Um,
like a long time Capcom employee, like from the
yeah,
90s. Like
yeah, and then
has
she worked
been
with Tango
prolific.
GameWorks with not Kenji Inafune, but I forget what
Inafune.
his I forget what his name was, but like he was running Tango GameWorks, who this guy was like cut his teeth
Inafune
on
would
a
make
lot of.
sense because Inafune is the uh Resident Evil guy, right?
Yeah, but I think he's still with Capcom. I don't know, but I know
Okay.
like she came out and did a lot of media for Tango GameWorks and Ghostwire
Yes.
Tokyo, and
Yes.
everybody loved her because she's like this quirky little Japanese girl with like a broken English. You
And that
know,
was the big story was like, oh my god, this person has like has been a designer on like all of your favorite Capcom
yeah.
survival horror games, you know.
And now here she is, finally head of her own studio. You
Yes.
know,
And so this game looked really cool. I'm not a horror big surprise, not a big
I
horror
mean, it
game
looks
fan.
artistic enough that
Yeah.
it's got some good ideas in it. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's weird. It's got like a good Platinum Games twist on a horror thing. Like
Hmm.
it's cool. It feels new, it feels fresh.
Yeah,
I'm into it, but I'm also not into survival horror
it's
games. So
co-op, so
yeah.
that's kind of neat.
Hey, do you want a new Tomb Raider origin story?
Can you
Again?
just remake the first one again?
I think that's what they're doing, but
Oh,
like
great.
in the
Yeah.
style of does it I don't know if it's in the style of the survival Tomb Raider games, but like
No.
it's definitely like I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the old Tomb Raider games. I think those survival ones were like really cool and innovative and
Oh,
not to say fresh again, but
right.
felt fresh at the time
It
and
felt
I
a little
got
more visceral. I'll give you that for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and like I don't know, they were cool and like so I don't know if this will just be a straight up remake, but
I mean, that's
I'm
what they're
hoping
pegging
they
it to be, like a full-on remake of the first one,
I'm
or
hoping
probably
that
a
they
retelling of some sort.
yeah, I'm hoping that they excuse me. I'm hoping that they throw um some of the things that they've learned since then in there. And this is the first one with Amazon Game Studios behind it
Yeah.
since they now own Crystal D.
Yeah, and they
Um
own the Tomb Raider franchise.
yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They
I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for anything new Tomb Raider because we're getting, Legacy Atlantis, and we're getting a new one, a new game
yes.
I think probably in 2028 at this point.
Which is what we can only hope for. Like, like I've said with the Star Fox release, like, cool.
Yeah.
Remake that 1997 game and then finally give us a sequel to that
Hmm.
using those sort of same things. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping, that'd be nice if Lara Croft too did that too. Lost Wild, which is Lost World. I don't know. It's we talked about this I think a couple months ago where it was
Did
like
we?
I think so because I was like, oh
I don't.
cool, it's just like a dumb you run from
Dinosaurs?
dinosaurs
Jurassic
survival horror
Park-ish? Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like cool, fine. Like as long as you're not like, oh, we have to kill a bunch of dinosaurs, I could get behind that. An Alien
Mhm.
Isolation style dinosaur scary game, sure, that
Yeah.
could be cool.
It looks
That
interesting.
that's what it
Uh,
seems like it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Phantom Blade Zero. What do we know about this?
Souls-like game with probably the fastest freaking combat I've ever seen in a video game, and gives
Okay.
me anxiety just watching it. Like,
Most Souls like
seriously.
games do. So yeah.
Yeah. But this one especially because this one's like, I mean, frantic. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it too. but also like I don't think I'm ready for a game like this. I think my joints are too old, man. I don't think I can play games that fast.
Plus, it looked cool. There were some moves that he
Yeah,
did that was, it was like, there's no way that that was like real time. Like,
yeah.
that's not that's a cinematic move that you just did. But like
It looks
to,
so cool though.
like, yeah, it was like a kind of like he dragged his sword to move his like to change the fulcrum. I don't, the point of
I
contact.
right.
Um, and I was just like, oh, that's awesome. And then like he puts his sword in the ground, like he's doing all this one handed with a baby in his arms, and then he
Mhm.
does this like cool like flip around, baby
That
tied
was
on his
cool as shit.
back,
That
and
was
like
cool as shit though.
it was just like now I'm gonna kill everybody
Yeah.
because I've been fighting one handed this whole time.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, I was into that, but like every single like Souls style game I've seen, and like I feel like half of these games we've seen this month are that,
Mhm.
um just turns me off a little bit. I'm not into, it's not that I'm not into them, it's not my style of game. I will definitely play, Elden Ring or Bloodborne from time to
Right.
time, but I'm not so much trying to get into the lies of P and the other sort of people who are aping that style. It's just, I don't know. Dune Awakening. So we've been hearing about this for a little while now.
Yeah. I feel
Open
like
world.
yeah, open world survival, science fiction. I don't know. It looks like a I don't want to say like an XCOM-ish type of game. Like it's not a tactical
No,
survival game, but
no.
I'm kind of curious. Is this like an RPG or what?
When I hear open world survival in 2026, I just hear Fallout 4.
I
Like
also think
base
it's like kind of like
building.
almost like inventory management, supply hunting.
Yep.
That's what
Yeah.
I think of when I hear that.
Base building,
Yes.
single player base building, maybe like bring a
Going out
friend
and
in or
farming
something
for
like that.
resources and coming back, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Like that's
That's
all
what I
I
hear.
hear.
Yeah.
So sure, like if people are still into that kind of thing, like I played last time I was on the show, I talked about Starfield a bunch, so
Right,
I'm
yeah.
clearly like kind of in that camp. But I don't have any, I have never consumed any Doom stuff, not even the original movie.
Yeah.
I know his name might be a killing word, but that's about it.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, maybe this works for some people, just maybe not me.
I hope you all
um
enjoy it.
Something that sort of does work for me, and as I brought up a second ago or a little while ago, is the Dynasty
Dynasty Warriors,
Warriors.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm straight up into some old school Romance of the Three Kingdoms storylines, but like I do not care about Muso games.
Yeah, it takes you out of the historical relevance of it,
Hmm. But
when
I'm pretty
one
sure
guy mowing down 500 enemies at a
that's like,
single
that's
battle.
cool. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
sure.
you're a god, aren't you? Uh
Mhm.
you're a nobleman, aren't you? But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Dynasty Warriors 3 came out like what, 2001, I want to say. It's a PS2 game.
PS2 game, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure like this is my entry into Dynasty War. Like when I would go to my friend's house, and then before I'd make it up the stairs to his room to go listen to like albums and play NES games, I
Mhm.
would sometimes get sidetracked by his roommate who was hanging out to playing like NCAA football or God of War or this game. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure it was Dynasty Warriors 3. That like I just one day got way too high and just stayed in the living room. I was like, I'll go up and hang out with my friend in a little bit, but like this is rad. I'm into this. Like not the gameplay, just like what the people are saying. I like
Yeah.
this. No Rest for the Wicked 1.0.
So this is the
Uh,
full release. I think this game's been in like beta for a while,
yeah,
but it's made by the same guys that made Ori and the Blind Forest
that's
and stuff like
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't catch that at all from it, but I also
I didn't
like,
either. It's nothing like the Ori games at all.
and I didn't see like any like weird, cool mechanic. Because I don't know about you, but like Ori is, I feel like, an important game.
Yeah, it's a Metroidvania style game. This is something completely different.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's not important because of like the Metroidvania style of it, but like from a game design perspective, where it gives you a power that
Mhm.
you can use in like one of 3 or 4 ways, including setting a fucking checkpoint for yourself. And so, like, you are in charge of the pace of that game.
Right.
Game Maker's Toolkit made a huge deal about that 10 years ago. Love me some Game Maker's Toolkit. Also, I do like me some Onimusha.
Yeah, I
Probably
do
won't
too.
buy this.
I will.
Okay.
I loved Onimusha on the PS2,
Yeah.
and it's kind of crazy that we haven't seen Onimusha since.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Like,
yeah,
I was
wow.
just like, "Oh, shit. Like, this is straight up new Onimusha. Like, this
Mhm.
isn't a remake. This isn't a re-release or a remaster. Like, this is a new-ass game.
Yeah,
Cool."
which I appreciate that. Even if the
Yeah.
game you didn't have to remake or, like, redo any of the original ones, just continue the story or tell a new story in the same universe. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, you don't have to put, Jean, what's his fuck face in Onimusha. You don't have to bring back the
Yeah,
the
you don't
French
have to
guy
bring
you
back the
shoved
French
in
guy,
there.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, who was in
The
Mission Impossible
Professional.
1, The Professional, yeah,
Yep.
a bunch of things 25
Mhm.
years ago. Yeah, no, I was like pleasantly surprised. Like I remember loving these games, or like when I would go over to a friend's house because I didn't have any
Mhm.
Sony systems. But yeah, it was cool.
There's a demo
Uh,
available, so if you guys are interested,
I wanna,
I
I'm
kinda
gonna
wanna
take
get in on it, yeah.
Um, Yep. Saw the next one. Saw a guy show up in a town that was real foggy, and I was like, "Yep, it's that
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill guy."
Silent Hill.
Townfall. Get to see a little bit more of it. We knew about this game. We've already seen some of it. We've seen the protagonist. We've kind of gotten a feel for what this game is going to be. But
Mhm.
um, I feel like Konami has done some real work in the last 6 years to like reclaim at least their Silent Hill ground.
Yep.
Um, things got real dark there in the health club years. But at least I feel like Konami isn't an embarrassing name like it
Yep.
was for a little while. Um,
Yeah, they still got a lot of outreach to do, but, I mean,
mhm.
Silent Hill F was good. Silent Hill 2 Remake was good. This one's shaping up to be
I'm
just as
seeing a
good.
trend.
Yep. So,
The Delta remake seems to be like at least well received.
mhm. Yeah, I thought it
The
was good.
MGS3
Yeah,
remake.
I thought it
So
was great.
I'm not seeing them out there like pumping out a bunch of new shit, but
Mhm.
at least they're taking care of some of their IP, which you know, I I adore classic Konami. So
Yeah. Yeah, they were one of the
musically,
bets. It was
um
Konami and Capcom that really just were killing it back then.
mhm.
Retro
I
days,
mean,
anything they touched was
yeah.
gold.
I would say Namco as well.
Namco, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But like, Konami and Capcom got a second license from
Mhm.
Nintendo, like Ultra Games, and I don't remember what Konami's was, or Capcom's was called, but yeah, they were able to like
Konami's was Ultra Games.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
but they were able to like produce double the amount of games for the
Mhm.
system
Yep.
because of like their output. So yeah, no, they are a very important name. Speaking of Capcom, hey, did you call this immediately? No, wait. I think this got announced a little while ago. This got announced at the Keeley Awards because I was in the Hair of the Dogcast Discord, and 5 seconds into the reveal trailer for Ace Combat 8, I was like, "Oh, cool, Ace Combat 22."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
yeah,
looks it looks pretty much the same as what you expect, an overly dramatic storyline with fictional countries and fictional characters,
a
and
great story,
yeah,
not one
but
that
over
I've ever played, but like always well regarded. Like Ace
yeah,
Combat's story has always been well regarded. Like
yeah.
It's always funny to see a new Ace Combat game because it's like a Persona game getting announced,
Pretty much,
especially
yeah.
after they like pumped out the first 3 or 4 really quick, and like now we
Mhm.
just get one every 10
Yeah, right, 1 every
years.
10 years, yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
but
like
I mean, I'm
it's
excited to
cute.
get in. It's one thing I wish this had a PS5 VR mode in it.
Right?
I mean, this would God, this would be so perfect
VR's
in
dead.
VR. I know, sad, because this would have
It's
been a slam dunk VR add-on and nothing.
Call Palmer lucky, man. Get him on the phone.
I'm not calling him. I'm not
Good.
calling
I
him.
don't want to talk to a Nazi
I don't wanna
either.
talk to him. I don't wanna talk to him.
Dude, this one got me. This next one got me. I don't know how I didn't see that it was a Stuntman game, but when I realized it was, I was like, thank God.
I didn't know it either because I was like, "What is this game?"
I didn't realize that we needed another Stuntman game. It's been like, what, fucking 20 years since that was a trend?
Yeah, but incorporating
I'm
some
ready
of
for
the
it to come
old
back.
yeah, especially in this way, like Knight Rider, Back to the Future,
Yeah.
I forget,
The
yeah,
DeLorean
the
pops
DeLo
in,
yeah, like, so
and
cool
then
that
red jacket, thumbs up, pops out of the front
mhm,
seat, and then someone goes, cut. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
you assholes.
you got it.
I'm
Yeah,
ready. Like, that's cool. Like, I don't know. I for some reason, like, this just, it's not a nostalgia thing because I wasn't like a huge fan of those games, but I was like, oh, cool. This is a spot that the industry is missing. This is a
mhm.
good thing to have.
A fun arcade racing type of game with no simulation, nothing, just
Hmm.
have fun.
Easily feeds into that nostalgia bullshit. Like you can put IP in here. You can be like, oh, recreate this scene from this movie, and it's
Yeah,
not banal and awful. Like it makes sense to have it there. I don't know. It's cute. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to have that kind of back in my life.
yeah, yeah, same.
Um, ill. Speaking of a game that like kind of messed me up,
I
was not having a good time watching this
I
one.
was having a good time with
All
it.
right, all right.
Man, I know it's not for everybody, definitely is. This is more grotesque, I
Yeah,
would say,
it was pretty
than
serious.
yeah, definitely.
I feel like it at some point, Walking Dead just like drained every bit of that energy from me.
Mhm.
I
I don't
think
blame you.
Negan pummeling Glenn to death ended my need for visceral, violent entertainment in my life. I don't know. Maybe that
Yeah.
had something to do with it. Maybe I'll approach that with my therapist. Control Resonant. We got a new main, so it's a new Control, a sequel to Control. Um, New protagonist. It
Playing
seems
as her
that
brother, yeah.
yeah, it seems that that the the shit's gone bad. Everything's busted out of the Federal Bureau of Control
Mhm.
into the streets of New York, and I don't know. I trust the shit out of Remedy.
Yeah, their art design, their set designs, their story, the lore that they pack into every game, I am in 100%. I
Yeah.
love the first Control, like, kind of like a sleeper hit for me because I didn't expect, like, myself to love it so much.
Hmm.
All the
Yeah.
lore, the characters, everything.
I mean, seriously, I think uh Remedy, Insomniac, and Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo is just constantly
Mhm.
high quality, but like, you know, developers come and go. They get eaten up by bigger studios. They shed their talent that go on to make smaller studios. But
Mhm.
like Remedy is just one of those names that for like the last 25 years just is consistent.
Yeah.
I would say them and Insomniac are just consistently good. You don't always say like, well, of course, Bungie's great, but like a bunch of their people have left, or they went and made the. You don't hear that with Remedy. They're just so damn good at what they do.
Mhm.
Speaking of Bungie, Marathon Season 2, they are going all in
Cool.
on
I
Marathon.
mean, Destiny 3 is not happening, as we know, so
That's my all in.
mhm.
Is that we all know that Destiny is shutting down. Marathon sounds really fun. I've heard nothing but good things about it, other than the fact that it's not actually Marathon.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's nothing
but
like it. Nothing like
yeah,
it.
well,
But
nothing
of
like
course,
it, but also like nothing really. Like yeah, there's some
yeah.
like similar story beats, but like no, not
Yeah.
really. Don't
But
worry
I mean,
about
that's the
that.
thing. No one's alive right now that knows Marathon inside and
No,
out unless you're like 50,
or
you
unless
know.
you're Jeremy Parrish.
Yeah, right.
And even then, you're playing mouse look with your left hand and
Yeah.
num key with your right hand because
Jeremy Parrish.
Jeremy, you're weird.
Yeah, I know. What a nerd. But
What
I
a
love him.
nerd! Thanks for letting me be on Retronauts that one time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. I got to talk about Pikmin on Retronauts. It was great.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Um,
I saw them at Midwest Gaming Classic.
God, I love Retronaut. That's
Yeah.
my original baby.
Mhm.
The first 100 episodes of Retronauts are just classic. RuneScape, more RuneScape. Did we talk about RuneScape
Yeah, we talked
before?
about
We
RuneScape.
talked
Yeah.
about RuneScape before. Yeah, I probably skipped through it. Hey, look, now we've gotten to the point where they are talking about some PlayStation Classic games that they're adding,
Hmm.
which is nice. I like to hear that kind of thing. One of the reasons why I want to be at the tier of PlayStation that I am is so that I can maybe play some games that I missed out on because I
Like
didn't have a
Gitaru
PlayStation.
Man.
And maybe Guitar Who Man. Well, Guitar
Yeah.
Who Man was definitely well known at the time.
Hmm.
I definitely knew a lot about it. It's better than I could say for Psyops, the Mindgate Conspiracy, even though I know that
That was a
album art
choice.
or
Yeah.
box art very well.
That was a choice game. Like a
Right,
weird one. Like
right.
I was like, out of all the games to pick, you picked that one. I mean, it was a good game when it came out. I'll totally give them that. But
Maybe they're like, well, look, this is like BioShock before BioShock.
sure.
But yeah,
Sure.
no, maybe not. And we got a little bit of Onimusha
Yeah.
throwback. So just to get you ready.
Hmm.
Which one? Dawn of Dreams. What is that? I don't.
That
That's
was
not
like the fourth
Onimusha.
one.
The fourth one? Oh,
Yeah, it was the
okay.
fourth one. Yeah. Yeah. A
Yeah,
little lesser
Onimusha 3
known.
was. I thought Onimusha 3 was like the apex of the series.
Yeah, and it was. It kind of, but even that lost the goodwill, I think, with the inclusion of like
Okay,
the French modern storyline, and it kind of like dropped people off. It dropped me to
because
the
2
point where
was
it's
like
like Dawn of
2
Dreams
was
came
the
out.
shit.
2 was the shit. And
Yeah,
then when Dawn of Dreams came out, I remember I was like, I'm really not that interested in Onimusha
yeah.
anymore,
Oh,
which is a shame. I
poor.
probably missed out on a good game.
Well. Now
Maybe.
you get the chance to try again.
You're right. I do.
I
I
don't even
do.
know if there's any other Onimusha games on the classic service, but
There has to be. Like, why
right,
pick this one?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think because that's why I was like Dawn of Dreams. What
Hmm.
4? Oh yeah, no, that's after everyone stopped caring. Um, I had a really good time watching this trailer. I pegged it for Until Dawn like almost immediately.
Oh, I didn't.
Um,
That I was
and
like, oh, this is an Until Dawn game. That's interesting.
yeah, like Peter Stormare was there at the very end,
Yeah.
and like I gotcha. But yeah, there was just something about it where I was like, hey, look, a bunch of really hot teens
On an
have
island.
gone
I thought
somewhere.
Far Cry 3. I For some reason I thought like, are we getting a Far Cry 3 remake?
Okay,
And
okay.
that's what I thought. But
Um,
the more I started kind of like watching the trailer, I was like, okay, this ain't Far Cry 3.
and for me, like Until Dawn is something I played Until Dawn 1, like not all the way through, but
Mhm.
with friends, we got like halfway through it one night on a spooky October night. We decided to play it. It's one of those games where like if I'm playing with other people, I will put up with some gore and horror because like
Mhm.
we're all in it together sort of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm kind of into it, but that goes against my normal gore shit. Um Finishing off, how did you feel about God of War Luffy? Laffy?
Lafe. Yeah.
Lafay?
Yeah.
Um
What is the internet saying? It's
Faye,
more of
right?
this
Yeah.
yeah. Um Listen, I'm in on this because this is a new combat style. This is the new character in the universe, an established character in the universe. and it's in a world with a bunch of dead gods in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in on it. The cube? What the fuck is that?
The cube? The
The
guy with the
cube.
sword sticking out of
Frank?
him?
Yeah,
Frank
Frank.
the cube, and then the
Yeah.
sword, but the sword wasn't named. It was
I thought the sword did have a
the
name.
ribbons coming off
Yeah.
of the sword had a name.
Yeah.
The sword itself wasn't alive. It
What
was
the
the
fuck
ribbons
is
on
up
the
with that
sword.
cube? Like, it took me out of it. I was like, I love the scene. I love everything. And then all of a sudden a cube comes in and it's talking. And I'm like, what the fuck is
What's up,
this?
Steve? How you doing?
Yeah.
Steve the
Yeah.
Cube.
Yeah. I'm like, and his name is Frank?
Yeah.
QUE to be special? Like, I really want to know, like, they were sitting in the dev room and they were like, who should be the support character for Lao Fei? Cube?
Someone had just got done playing for the king. A jelly cube
Yeah.
featured prominently in that game, as I will attest to.
Like, why?
Yeah, and they're just like, whatever.
I don't
Jelly
understand.
cube.
Why? Why?
I don't know. There's some other maybe it has something to do with the different realms, and there's a cube realm. You know,
I guess. I mean, I'll get it for the combat, but I don't know how long I'm gonna play it if I got to talk to a cube the whole game.
I mean, didn't like a full third of the 2018 God of War have like a talking disembodied head that everyone
Yeah,
loved?
but that at least looked like it wasn't a cube.
I mean, I would love a talking disembodied cube.
I would love a talking disembodied
Named
head,
Frank.
not a talking disembodied cube.
Fine, I will take
Frank.
I'll take a talking disembodied head named Frank over a talking disembodied cube named Frank. But
yeah,
you know, there's like some sort of heavenly sword ribbon hanging off this sword. I don't know, like I'm feeling it, but like I'm not the biggest God of War fan anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the best part of both God of War trilogies is probably the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's always some big bombastic opening.
It's like, this is so cool, and then it just
and then the rest of it's like, you know,
cool. You know, and I don't think Kratos can hold a story for 2 games, let alone 5.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what they want to do with Faye. Not
I'm curious.
Huge Norse lore fan.
Yeah, but I want to say it looks like this is kind of breaking away from that because, you know, from what I understand of the trailer, like she's in the afterlife, so to speak, or purgatory with a bunch of other like dead gods. Like there's ancient Egyptian gods and there's like Greek gods kind of mixed in here.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know, is this like a kind of like a
kill some shit?
Because I mean, Lao Fei herself is a goddess. I mean, she's like a embodiment of, so like, I mean, she's around like-minded gods, so to speak, in this place. So
they're ready to assert their weird dead god dominance on her.
So I'm just curious. I mean, it looks like obviously this takes place during the events of the first God of War game. You know, the 2018 one.
So Operation Ada shit.
Yeah. So this is, I wonder if at some point she's going to be kind of inadvertently affecting the storyline of the first game and we just didn't know it at the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
A little retroactive, but like in a cute way.
Yeah. Right. But that fucking cube, man. A fucking cube.
Yeah. I just didn't know what to do with that guy. I thought it was fun. Yeah. She pulled the sword out of his face eventually and used that sword to like kill some stuff. And then I fell asleep.
Yeah. I would have loved to have like, oh, it's just a cube temporarily, but you restore him to his true form.
And he's,
you know, kind of like Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
You know, where like Pauline was like a rock.
Yeah.
And then you turned her into an actual human girl. And it's like, it'd be cool if Lao Fei was like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was like Frank the gonna fuck like you up, big dude.
Yeah. Frank turns into a fucking lion or something like that. That would have been cool.
Yeah. He'll be Ifrit. There you go. Yeah. Frank's Ifrit.
Dude, I would, you know, whatever this game comes out, probably 2028. You know, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not gonna hate on it. It just it's the like, you know, God of War is God of War. It's fine.
Yeah. And obviously, God of War Ragnarok left, you know, kind of ended open ended. So, plenty of places it could go. Yeah, let's move into Xbox. So,
Chad, how you doing?
Yeah, we're eating good here in Xbox land lately. um, we kicked things off with a banger. Let's just
Yeah.
say, with a Gears of War reveal, Gears of War E-Day. Holy shit, this looks good. um,
Yeah, it did. I mean, like, especially the like civilian closeness of it all was kind of fun.
yeah, it's a little bit more of a personal story with the main characters and how they kind of got their start. Because obviously, in the first three, even like 4 and 5, they're all wearing their armor, so it's like, okay, this is what they are. And I mean, granted, they're not going to be plainclothes civilians for the whole game. Obviously, they're going to put their Gears costumes on. But what I like about this dev trail, they did the Gears of War E-Day, like, showcase at the end, and they really
Yeah.
talked about, like, kind of like the brotherhood and the camaraderie that you have with your characters, that I really liked, because to me that's what Gears of War was. The
Hmm.
original trilogy, the Gears of War 3 trilogy, was like kind of like the brotherhood with your friends, not only in the game, but like you playing co-op with your friends. I remember those days.
It's
And
like Crossfire aping the Lost line of, because they did in the trailer of, we either live together or we die alone.
yes,
From season 1 of Lost.
yeah. So
And like
that's
that game,
what kind of struck to me.
yeah, it
That cut,
embodies that.
yeah. So I'm glad they're kind of bringing that, and you kind of see, they showed a little bit of a couple cut scenes of, like, we got Ty back in here. Like, there was a scene where Marcus is getting almost choked out by a locust, and Ty comes in, chops the locust in half with a chainsaw, and you see his
It's the
face, and
first
I'm
time
like,
you see the chainsaw too.
yeah, Ty is back, baby. Let's go. Because Dom is back too.
Hmm.
I'm really excited for that. You know,
It's nice to
um,
see everybody. Like,
yeah,
it's
it really
cool.
is. And
Like,
even just,
usually I chalk that up to like pulling on heartstrings and like,
yeah,
oh look, friends are back. But
nostalgic
like
tinted glasses.
it's literally good to see these characters.
It really is. It really is. And um, I remember when they first showed the teaser for it years ago, and Marcus is falling off the edge, and all of a sudden a hand comes and grabs him, and it's Dom. I got emotional. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like, Dom is back. Dom is back.
John
Yeah.
DiMaggio's here.
Dom, you never left my heart. Um, so yeah, this game is coming out 2026 in October, and the big news is that it's Xbox exclusive. So Microsoft is kind of listening to the fans, and I think they want Xbox exclusivity back.
So
You're waving your hand.
I
You started your sentence off with "so."
have an issue
You have an issue.
with this. Sure, it's Gears. Keep Gears exclusive, fine.
Yeah.
But this whole like, oh my god, we're back to exclusives, Xbox again. Like, sure, if your system was dropping in price, like this is the whole point of this.
Yeah.
You can't expect people who have clearly gravitated to PlayStation for the fact that their friends are there. No one's friends are on Xbox anymore, except for like,
Mm.
some people. If you like, this is how I used to do things. I eventually would buy a 360 when it was $100 in 2016, so I could play like some older games. I would eventually buy an older system. No, like, I'm not going to do that. I
Not the
can't
way
do
the
that for
market is
this.
now.
I
Not
can't
the way
do
the
that for
market is now.
this.
Everything's
Prices are
going up in
going
price.
up.
Yep.
Make your
Which is not the way it should be.
I just don't understand why everyone is so mad that Xbox is not exclusive. Like, why is this a big deal? Why is it like, oh, my identity is back now that like more games are going to be exclusive on Xbox again. Like, Xbox is back. I don't feel that way about it.
Okay.
I feel like they should be more open than they forced Sony to be that way. Like, they were doing things. They were on the back foot, so they were like forcing market trends. I liked
Right.
that.
I disagree. However, that's a longer conversation to be
Yeah,
had, because
yeah.
I'm glad Xbox has its identity. I'm glad they got it back. and they have a lot of kind of, as they said, we have a lot of making up to do. We have a lot of trust to win back. So it's going to be a long road, for Xbox. But I mean, we got this exclusive, and we got Clockwork.
Dude.
We got that Clockwork game coming out. I know we'll talk about it later. That looks good. That looks good.
I'm in.
We got a dark trailer for Fable. That looks good. That release date got pushed back to February, I think, in light of Grand Theft Auto 6. So they want Fable to get its own. They want Fable to get its time in the limelight.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I think it's probably good. Fable needs to be reintroduced to the gaming public.
Halo campaign evolved. Got a pretty decent story trailer and some footage of the new missions that we're going to get in here.
Which
this unfortunately is still coming out on the PlayStation system. So
fine. I don't feel like this is a huge deal Halo wise. I like that they've added new missions in, but it's not that I like that they've added new missions in. I understand why they've added new missions in, because they need to add in weapons from 2 and 3 and Reach, because like even in Halo 1, bad guys had that sword. You couldn't have it.
You couldn't have it.
We need to add that into Halo, the Halo 1 campaign, if we're going to remake this Halo 1 campaign. But I don't like, I get it sort of, but like, I just like, no guys, why are you doing this? It's a cute way to put a Halo product on PlayStation. If that was their goal, then cool. I get it. I get that completely. But like, I don't see this as being like impactful in the Halo series.
Yeah. I mean, I think future Halo games will be Xbox exclusive. I think Xbox is going to take the franchises back. So, but just a temporary blip in the timeline. So, we got Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. Looks a lot different than the previous Plague Tale games. This one's majorly combat focused with a girl that can, dual wield daggers and put in some work.
I didn't realize that these people like had a history of like licensed Disney games in the aughts.
Yeah, and they just pivoted.
Yeah, and made
pivoted
like
hard.
The most disturbing and like really well regarded games.
Yeah, we got Persona 4 Revival. This one's coming out February 18th, 2027.
I did not know that this is all I ever wanted, but all I've ever wanted is the 5-ification of Persona 4.
Yeah, I'm happy for you because I don't get it, but I'm happy for you.
Dude, I love Persona 4 with all my heart. I love Chie with all my heart, really. And I will baton pass to Chie all fucking day. I like Persona 5 too, but I haven't played it as much as I, just lived in Persona 4 for a long time. So this was just perfect. This was absolutely made for me.
Yeah, they shot us a little teaser of Persona 5 or Persona 6, I mean. Yeah. So a graveyard cinematic.
About time.
Yeah. I'm curious. I mean, this game's probably not going to be out for a while, but we at least got word from the developers like, hey, Persona 6 is coming.
It's good.
So, yeah. So we got more State of Decay 3. I mean, I swear they've been working on this game for a long time, but it's looking more and more like it's going to be complete. It's coming out in 2027.
I was like, oh, this looks cool. It looks like Fallout 4. And they're like, State of Decay 3. And I was like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It looks like State of Decay.
Metro 2039 got a new gameplay trailer. I mean, I love the Metro game so much, and I'm glad we're getting more of it.
Yeah.
So this one's coming out February 2027.
Yeah, we talked about this one a lot a month or two ago. And
Bad Magpie.
Excited. Dude.
Bad Magpie. This looks like, I thought this was like a sequel to Untitled Goose Game, but just with a bird.
A bird that like kind of can't fly, probably for story reasons and mechanic reasons. I'm sure you'll be able to fly by the end of it. But like, my note is Untitled, insert cute animal name here game.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
And I'm ready.
It looks like you're just causing chaos everywhere you go, and just trying to, what is the saying? Goes on a chaotic quest to collect trinkets.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Wolong 2, Wings of Ember. I never knew there was a Wolong 1. So,
Yeah, I missed that.
um, I mean, what? This is something from
Not
uh,
Wukong, Wulong.
yeah, but is this a Chinese historical piece too?
It
You,
might be. I did not make a note about it,
okay.
and I was actively making notes about almost everything in this one. So
Okay.
it just maybe didn't catch my fancy.
There's the cult game Join Us,
Yes,
which
my
lo-
my note is open world Cult of the Lamb.
yes, that's what I would say for
Yep,
sure.
which
Apparently
looked cool. I don't know.
apparently we're getting a new Senua game just called
Yeah,
Senua. I thought they were working on a different project, but I had read actually recently that they just were like, nah, we're just gonna keep making Senua games.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I feel like the first time we saw this was like 2 or 3 years ago.
The other project or this one?
No, the Senua sequel.
Yes, yeah, the
Yeah.
Senua sequel came out like a year or two ago. I feel. Yeah,
Oh, so this is a third one. Excuse
yeah,
me.
this is the third one. Yeah,
Sorry,
so
yeah. I tried to play Senua Sacrifice once and I was like,
mhm.
whatever.
It's a good series. I mean, I feel like it goes deeper and deeper into the supernatural.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I love both of them. So
Okay.
we got a major expansion DLC to Doom: The Dark Ages, called Revelations,
Oh,
which
yeah.
looks like Doom guy is like kind of like stripped of his armor and he's like
Thrown
fighting
in
in the
prison.
icy pits of hell and stuff, and it's
Yeah, they throw him down to like the lowest level of hell and he's got to
mhm.
fight his way back up. It's like you said, the icy pits of hell.
Yeah.
Um
I am
we
in. I liked Doom to Dark Ages. You know,
I heard it was really good.
yeah, it was fine. I thought it was just good.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't anything spectacular about it, but I thought it was just good. But this, I'm looking forward to this. Like this looks like a really good media expansion. So
We did skip past the Fallout 76 update.
oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Oh yeah, I
Um
did skip that.
which I think the big thing they've added was group, and once again, talking about open world survival games, base building, the ability to have group bases to where like you
Mhm.
are all putting your resources into a group thing and building out a big base together. And my note is you really couldn't do this already in Fallout 76.
Right.
Like
This game is 6-7 years old, isn't it?
that
I mean,
seems like a no-brainer. Like
yeah, right.
this is what we got in lieu of like Fallout games for a decade, and you
Mhm.
couldn't do that already.
Right.
All right, fine. That is my Fallout rant.
We got Crazy Taxi World Tour. Once I heard Offspring, All I
Yeah,
Want, I was like Crazy Taxi.
yeah.
Yep.
And I thought we were still in the Bethesda segment because we had the Fallout 76 and then we had
Right.
Doom the Dark Ages and then we went into this. I was like, Bethesda owns Crazy Taxi?
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
I don't think
Nope,
that's the case.
still owned by Sega. It's actually still with the original creator Kenji Kano. He's back to kind of helm this. So
And they've done the
story driven
thing.
campaign.
Yeah. And they've done the thing that like Cruising USA did, which is now it's Cruising World.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go all around the world this time instead of
Yeah,
just
and
San
apparently there's
Francisco.
like a story where it's like you're a driver and you had your taxi stolen, so you have to tackle extreme missions to find your taxi. Kind of neat.
No,
I'm in on it.
that's so dumb.
Yeah, I know. But it's
All
Crazy
right,
Taxi.
all right.
Crazy Taxi.
I kind of like it. All right,
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, I don't need a storyline in Crazy Taxi, but I'm still grateful for it, I guess. So,
So then at
uh,
this point, I got an ad for a trailer that comes later in the show.
oh, that's
And
funny.
because it was the next day. I was watching it later.
Okay.
I didn't watch any of these live. I saw the Nintendo one like an hour after it was live, but
Okay.
I was at work. So I thought that I saw the new Spyro game early,
Hmm.
and I was like, God damn it, Bethesda, what the fuck are you doing? I thought we were still in the Bethesda segment.
Still,
And it was
yeah.
like, why do you own Spyro now? Like, so no, yeah.
No,
But there's
no,
a new Spyro. Sorry, spoilers.
no. There's a new Spyro game, not owned by
That's just my
Bethesda.
own incompetence.
Yeah, yeah. We did get the Xbox 25th anniversary console and controller reveal,
Mm-hmm.
which looks awesome. I don't want to know how much this thing costs though.
Yeah, my note is fuck this. You do cute redesigns 5 years after your system is released when it's half the price of the release price. Not to
Yes, that
bang
would
that
be the
drum
way to
again.
do it, but not in today's market where
No,
everything just jumped up in price.
I don't know. It's not the market. It's something more nefarious than that. But yes,
AI, I know.
yeah,
I know. I know. We all know. So,
yay,
we'll see. We'll see what this priced at. They're going to be accepting pre-orders, but they haven't announced a date yet for it. So,
yeah,
Minecraft Dungeons 2. Cool. Valor Mortis is a game that um I didn't anticipate liking, like especially with
yeah.
the first times I saw the trailers, I was like, "Ah, this looks okay." But now that I saw this trailer, I'm like, I think I'm in.
For a second, I was like, is this just aping the We Happy Few style, like of cool reveal, and then the game itself will just kind of be like meh.
Yeah.
Um, but
I
then
thought
like
that too actually.
yeah, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, is this like a Napoleon Souls like?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back in.
But it looks like
Uh,
a manageable Souls like. It doesn't look like it's bullshit riddled with bullshit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and this is made from the Ghost Runner devs. Like the Ghost Runner games are great,
Oh yeah,
you
they
know.
were.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm in on this one.
I definitely stopped in. My my favorite podcast is about like history, but also like military history,
Mhm.
but not in a chuddy way. I've talked about this before, but the host has like a weird obsession with Napoleon, not like a he thinks he's cool, but more of a like this is just a fascinating like dude.
Mhm.
And so like I immediately went to their podcast Discord and I was like, wait, Valor Mortis is about Napoleon? And
Yeah.
everyone was like, yep.
Yep. Yep. It's
Very quick to respond to me.
Vincent Castle is playing as Napoleon Bonaparte.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but
Neither do I. Oh, White Lotus Star. Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I know that. I've heard of that.
after that we got Where Winds Meet. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Um Looks like you're playing as a female Belmont, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Belmont, daughter of Trevor Belmont. So looks good. I'm excited for it. I mean, anything Castlevania new. I mean, we haven't gotten a new Castlevania game since Lords of Shadow 2, which we won't talk about that.
And I'm a big uh fan of Dead Cells,
Yes, Dead Cells is
which,
good.
Motion
Same
Twin
devs.
not making this game. The people that they hired to continue making Dead Cells after the first couple of years, and
That
people
was
who've
right.
been in
Yeah.
the people who've been in charge of Dead Cells for like the last 5 years
Mhm.
have been making this game. So I'm
Yeah.
in. I'm definitely in.
Yeah. I'm in. Vivarium, which is an interesting story
Yeah.
narrative game where you live in a glass cube.
Yeah, and you look like a 70s anime character.
Yeah. I'm kind of a sucker for these kind of like small little wholesome story driven games.
Mm-hmm.
And Serenity Forge has always had a really good track record for some good kind of like wholesome story games. So
Mm-hmm.
um
This
I don't
feels
know.
like a
I mean,
throwback.
yeah, a very kind of like 70s kind of retro style cartoon graphics looking.
Or
But
like a style of 90s Japanese only games that didn't come over here on like the PS1 and like mid 90s, sort of like
okay, yeah.
these nostalgic games that were nostalgic for a time that we have no idea of, that were nostalgic,
Mhm.
like but feels very similar to that, like pining for the the rural areas, or like non-city life, or getting away from it all, sort of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like that.
Yeah. So, um, I mean, it's coming out on Game Pass. I still have Game Pass, so
There you
I'll
go.
probably pick it up there. Um, we are getting. We talked about Spyro, A Realm Beyond,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
made by the OGs, Toys for Bob. This
Yeah.
one's coming out in spring 2027. So I don't think we saw much of gameplay. I think it was all just a cinematic.
Like a little bit, but
Yeah.
like some sort of tracking, like you target something off in the
Hmm.
distance in the sky. It's 3D. It's yeah.
Yeah. Kind of looks similar to what those Panzer Dragoon games were.
A little bit, but like it
A
felt
little,
like
yeah.
you were allowed to actually steer him as
Hmm.
opposed to being on rails. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then Clockwork Revolution. I think I was
Boom.
saying like I think I was saying what was I saying? Yeah, Clockwork something or whatever. I couldn't think of the name. But made by the guys studio In Exile.
Yeah.
And every time I see this game, it just looks better and better.
Oh,
And the story, the characters, I mean, like it sounds like it's going to be funny. It sounds like it's going to be dark. It sounds like it's going to be cheeky, sarcastic, kind of like
I'm
that,
I'm
cheeky
stupid.
British humor.
I'm stupid excited for this.
Yeah, I really am too. Yeah.
In Exile, headed by um someone who worked on Fallout 1 and 2,
Hmm.
hooking up with Obsidian, which is made of people who left that like former Fallout pre-3 Fallout devs
Yep.
getting back together and making a game like oh, this is all I've ever wanted.
Hmm.
I love Bethesda Fallout, but like I love Fallout in general. It's so good. It's so weird. It's exactly the kind of tone I want.
Yeah.
And I got that vibe from this like immediately before I even knew like who was behind it. I was like, this looks good.
Yeah, it does. Time traveling involved in this, but I just love the crazy cast of characters and even like the
Hmm.
small little quests that sounds like you're gonna go on. But
Everything, it looks like everything matters. Every character
yep.
matters. You go back in time to like try and change the present.
Hmm.
And so like it just looks like it's going to be this immersive sim where that just like all these characters exist and they matter. There's there won't be a lot of superfluous shit, at least
Hmm.
from the vibes I'm getting from this. This is like cool.
Yeah.
Everything is something I can interact with and it means something. At
Yeah,
least
for
is
sure.
the vibe I'm getting from it.
And like every character has a personality. Like no matter who
Yeah.
you meet, NPCs
Yep.
or main characters or whatever. So at some point in 2027, so we're getting closer, folks. It also ended with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Great.
Hmm. I saw
Um,
Matt Booty finally showed
yeah,
up.
yeah, where he was like, "Look, we're going to show you Call of Duty DMZ mode." Which I mean,
Hmm.
you're actually on the DMZ at this point because Modern Warfare 4 takes place I think in South Korea, and you know North Korea invades, yada
I
yada. So
have no patience for this. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Like you wanna make a fantasy game about the Korean War? Cool. I bet you're not going to get any of the context. I bet you're not going to understand any of the history. I bet you're not going to understand like where, like what it was
I
like to be in North and South Korea in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s.
I actually
Like
heard that a lot of Korean army vets are like upset at the design of their uniforms.
the Rock Army, the South Korean Army.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of things for them to be upset about, namely the
mhm,
way that their culture is and the way that they are treated and beaten,
yeah,
and mandatorily have to be there.
mhm.
Sorry, I think this is in poor fucking taste. And I hope that
It
this is
was a
just a,
choice.
a tiny little mode in the game, and the whole game's not about Korea.
No, the campaign
Um,
is
is it?
entirely that.
Man, fuck
Campaign is
this
entirely
shit.
that. Yeah.
Like there's so much that like people our age who were born you know 30 years after the armistice of this war have
Mhm,
no fucking clue how any of this shook out, have no respect for any of the people who have been living in this for decades and decades and decades, and have no idea of like the North Korean dictators and the South Korean dictators that were part of this history. And like I just
right.
I it's so fucking stupid. I cannot
It is
stand this shit.
it is an interesting choice to take an actual real world conflict and turn it into something like this. I like for me having personal history with growing up as a as a Balkan kid during the 90s with the Balkan
Yeah.
Wars happening with
Jesus fucking Christ,
I'm
dude.
still waiting for the day when like we get a video game based on that
6
and
days in
like how I
Fallujah or,
yeah,
like
and
that kind
how
of
I feel
shit.
about that. So it's like
Dude, I hope that day never comes. I hope that we don't have to like,
yeah,
see
especially
someone voicing Slobodan somewhere in the fucking
yeah.
future. Like I can't. I
No, I
fucking
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
And it's this kind of shit that like fucking pisses me off. These people don't know anything. They
Mhm.
have no respect for this shit. It's just like, oh, North Korea is a cartoon dictatorship, which it
Yeah.
is now.
I mean, it
And
is
kind of
now.
always was,
Yeah.
but like there you don't know the nuance behind it. Nobody knows what happened during the Korean War. We just sort of wash over that because
Mhm.
it was a wash. We don't care. We don't pay attention to it. I give
Yeah.
a fuck about that shit, and this
Mhm.
pisses me off. And I'm just a white dude. So
Yeah.
imagine how the people who are actually like impacted by this feel.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I can't fucking stand Call of Duty anyway, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
know. We're all experiencing Call of Duty fatigue. I wasn't impressed with the Nintendo Direct, but
Not really.
what was in the Nintendo Direct?
Here's my overall thought on that. Nintendo's business model for the Switch is very solid. It's very set in stone, and it is a business model in which they can have their pick of any of the popular games from the last 5 years can be remade for
It's
their
very
system
safe.
for
Very safe.
people who only own that and maybe want to check it out. People who can only afford that, like I used to be, where I could only afford Nintendo systems, but they didn't have the third party infrastructure back in the Wii and Wii U days when that
Mhm.
was all I could afford, and even before that when I was a kid. And so like this is a lot of catch up. Where most of these games are re-releases that are coming to Switch. We've gotten through a huge chunk of the Switch 2 edition releases. We're getting less of those now. We're getting more things that are either 5 years or less old, and new indie games, and the Nintendo first party stuff that you want.
Mhm.
And so if this is your only system, and you don't really care about being on the cutting edge, Nintendo's a great place to be. And I feel like this is what we saw was a lot of that. Was a lot of
Yeah.
like, hey, Wii U's got Black Flag.
Mhm.
And for me, I was like, cool. I didn't have a system that could play Black Flag. I played
Yeah.
Black Flag on Wii U. That's the Nintendo model at this point, and fine. But it makes for some, disappointing directs sometimes. So let's get into this. Starting off with a not disappointment, which is new Rhythm Heaven game, Rhythm Paradise. Yeah,
It looks fun.
the trailer itself was very handholdy.
Yeah,
They were
right.
like, "Here's how you use rhythm: 1,
Hit the
2,
button
3,
with the
4.
rhythm. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3." They're like, yeah, I know how to. All right, cool.
Mhm.
But like I'm excited that Rhythm Heaven's back. That's really cool. I'm down. I'm into it. So great. We got to see Onimusha, that same
Yeah, so
Onimusha game.
that's coming.
That's gonna launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Cool.
Mhm.
At least they've got some parity.
Yeah.
Um, we got Dragon's Dogma 2 uh getting released for the Switch.
Cool.
It's like what I was talking about. Dragon's Dogma. Are you into Dragon's Dogma? Is it a new
Mhm.
Dragon's Dogma game, or is it Dragon's
Yeah,
Dogma 2?
this came out a few years ago, like 2 years ago, I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm
and I
not.
mean, another old game coming to the system.
Yeah, exactly. Not really into Monster Hunter style games. So
Yeah.
never really been into Dragon's Dogma. Had
Mhm.
a real piece of shit ex co-host really try and get us into it, but just
Yeah.
didn't really feel like it. So we got Stellar Blade, like a re-release of Stellar Blade, right?
Yeah.
Not the new one, not the
Not the
Stellar
new one.
Blade 2.
Nope, just Stellar
This is
Blade.
this is what's so confusing about
I
this
know, yeah.
this direct is like, wait, is that game new or is that game like the whole time I'm like, is
You
that
know,
new?
I
That's
want to
not
say
new, right?
Nintendo banks on their fan base only having a Nintendo system
But yeah,
and not having Xbox, not having PlayStation, not having a PC. So like
except
to
for the most
them,
vocal people on the internet.
yeah, right.
Yes.
But and for them, for the Nintendo fans that are just, I'm sticking with Nintendo and no one else. This
Yeah.
is great for you because now you're finally getting these games on your system.
Shit's coming in.
But for the rest of us to have multiple systems, this bores us. This bored me. I was like, cool.
It was more just like, wait,
Yeah,
is
is
that a
that
new one?
yeah.
I
Wait,
don't think that's
Onimusha, is
new.
this a different Onimusha? No,
No,
it's the same one.
no, no, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really weird direct to like try and like stay on top of for the whole time.
Right, yeah.
Orbitals. Speaking of earlier 70s style anime games.
This is an
Um,
actual exclusive to the
yes,
Switch
it
2, which
is.
is nice.
It has that old school anime style. I'm
Mhm.
still very interested in this game. I really want to check it out. But yeah, Orbitals is still here. We've known about this for a little while.
Yep.
Something I don't know if we've known about, Big Walk. I
Um,
kind of
I
liked this.
I don't like this either.
Oh no, I was kind of into it. It felt like a cute multiplayer The Witness.
Sure.
Like there's a bunch of like not an open world maybe, but like something like that where there's just a bunch of puzzles around, and but you get to hang out with like 4+ friends and
And
figure dumb shit out together.
cause havoc with each other.
Yeah, or just be a dick, because
Sure, yeah.
maybe the Witness mixed with Peak or something like that.
Yeah.
You get to be kind of a dick. One Piece cooking.
Sure.
I'll let that hang there. You know.
Dylan is gonna love this game, I bet.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
sure.
I don't know.
One Piece.
Sometimes I could guess Dylan's tastes, and other times I'm way off. So
I like me some restaurant management games.
yeah. But you
You
live
know,
that life though. Why would you
I,
like it in a
I
video game form?
don't know. It's kind of fun.
Okay, cool.
Like Overcooked is nothing like actually working in a kitchen.
Yeah, I know. I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Like I swear to God, like we all saw that game. I was working in this place when Overcooked came out, and we all saw it, and we're like, oh, we'll fuck that up. Like
Yeah.
we do this on a daily basis. And then
Mhm.
after work, we went over to my buddy's place and played it. And within 5 minutes, we're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So no, it's nothing like being in an actual kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of into that sort of separation from reality. Not a particularly. I've liked One Piece when I've been shown it, but
Mhm.
I have no desire to
I don't. Yeah, I don't either.
step my toe into 1,500 episode long TV show.
Right.
Sorry guys. I know it's good. I know it's really good, and like kind of anarchist and great, and
Mhm.
it holds all of my values, but no, sorry. Pokopia is going to be adding underwater.
Cool.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
guess
I don't play Pokopia, so
I don't either.
yeah. But it sounds cool. Sounds unique.
The way they went about like showing us this,
Mhm.
it was like, we've added underwater, it's going to be a free update.
Yeah.
Also, here come the paid updates,
Mhm.
but those aren't available yet either.
No.
There's sort of the way they like unfurled that was very confusing.
Mhm.
So I don't know. There's going to be 3 expansions. First one will be out in August. The other 2 will be out whenever, I'm sure like December, and then, March or April or something like that. But that's just a guess. They haven't given any hard timelines on expansion 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But Pokopia seems to be doing really, 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 really well. People seem to
Oh,
like it.
people love it. People love it.
So I played it for about an hour and was like, I don't know if this is for me.
Mhm.
A game I do think is gonna be for me, Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave.
Okay.
I'm
Have
kind
you?
of
I mean, you've
feeling
played
it.
the other ones.
I have experience with intelligent systems. Yes, I prefer Advance Wars to Fire Emblem, but I am a huge nerd for turn-based, strategy games,
Hmm.
like Fire Emblem and um, tactics games, Final Fantasy Tactics,
Right.
Ogre Battle, that kind of shit. So I'm way into that. I'm not as big of a Fire Emblem fan. I liked Three Houses so goddamn much. It was really good. I only play like maybe one Fire Emblem game a decade, and I think this is going to be my one for this decade.
Okay.
It looks tasty. The four characters they showed, they give a quick backstory for each of them. Like, this one is this way because this, and I was like, this one's this way because they want to find the best opponents they can possibly find. This one does this thing, man. Like, this one's a punk thief. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going with you.
You've already decided.
The other three were not speaking to my values, and
Yeah.
you were like a punk musician thief. I'm like, all right, that's like, that checks most of my boxes. I guess
Hmm.
I'm in. But everything else I saw, I really liked, especially all the hair. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be the one that I haven't played one since Three Houses, so I think this is going to get me.
Okay. Cool.
Ninjala 2, The Uncharted Planet. I remember seeing Ninjala 1 and going, cool.
I don't
Probably
remember
won't play that.
Ninjala one, but okay.
Yeah, it looked, it like had this cool vibe to it. It was like like a weird like framing for the mechanic. I think it's the bubble gum thing.
Hmm.
It was just kind of like enough like Splatoon and enough ninja-y nonsense bullshit that I was like, I could get into this, but then I never got it. And I
Hmm.
had the exact same feeling about this trailer. Like, cool, I could totally get into this. Probably won't, but
Hmm.
I think I'm as intrigued by Ninjala 1 or by Ninjala 2 as I was by Ninjala 1. Maybe I'll check it out sometime.
Switch to exclusive too.
There you
Actually,
go.
cool.
Hey, DK Challenge event was announced. Guys, a
Oh, that
limited
started
time.
yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
Huh.
I got into it.
Okay.
I completed a few of the challenges. I immediately had a bad taste in my mouth because I remember the Mario 35th anniversary, and that had a limited time event known as Mario 35, which was like Tetris 99, but 35 player battle royale Mario 1.
Hmm.
It is still my favorite thing of all time, and it only existed for 6 months, and they took it away from us, and I'll never be able to play it again, and I hate it,
I
and
hate
I'm
when they do
still
that.
mad.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at them about it. Like,
Yeah.
the Mario 40th anniversary thing happened like last fall
Hmm.
when they announced it. Ended up being really disappointing. There's not a whole lot they're doing this year for the 40th anniversary of Mario. They basically said, you get a movie.
Yeah.
Um, I was really holding out hope that they would bring Mario 35 back as Mario 40. Because it's just the tastiest thing that ever happened. So when they said right off the bat that this is going to be a limited time event, my guards were already up. But this just seems kind of harmless. It looks like there's just a bunch of dumb challenges that you can do. They seem to be like Donkey Kong Country based.
Yeah.
Maybe like,
Like speed run challenges. Are
yeah,
there?
maybe like
Yeah.
Donkey Kong 1 or Donkey Kong 3 will be in here somewhere where you have to do Stanley and pump bee spray up into the air or something like
Mm.
that. It's cute. And they're like, you're gonna get a bunch of digital cards for this. Like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. Right.
So cute. I popped it on last night because I love Donkey Kong Country. And I like Donkey Kong Country 2 as well. So like, yeah, give me a dumb excuse to play those games. I was really hoping that like they were gonna track my score like it was an old school um
Like a high score
Nintendo,
leaderboard or
yeah,
something?
like the Nintendo
Okay.
Power cartridge
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Like you plug it in, you get your one shot, do the best you can, and get out of there. And so I played the minecart level over and over and over again, probably about like 8 times, just to make sure I got it perfect. I got Kong, I didn't get hit. I got all the nanners, except for the ones I skipped when I wanted to get the one up balloon. I was like, this needs to be perfect. And
Mhm.
then it was like, you cleared the stage. Like, oh, you're not actually tracking anything I did. Okay, never mind.
Hmm.
I can just blow through the rest of this now. So I was expecting maybe a little bit more from it, but I also haven't really investigated it a whole lot. So we'll see exactly what all it has to offer. But if it's just a bunch of like digital cards, then I'll probably play through it all once because it's a dumb, cute thing to do, and then I'll, be fine. With that, they with some more Donkey Kong stuff, they have added some Mario themed costumes, which is kind of cute. I like the Pauline with the mustache, the Luigi
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah, that was funny.
I think that's really good. But the one thing that they said they added is a limited time event in the game where they've Mario-fied a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and it's just a bunch of palette swap shit.
Mhm.
It's they haven't added any new mechanics to the game. They've just changed the things that you find when you're punching the ground
Not worth it
out.
for me to jump back in just to
Yeah,
see it
no.
and be like, "Cool."
I mean, like maybe I'll jump back in because I didn't get very far into that game.
Mhm.
Not because I hated it, more because I just kept getting distracted and treating it like a Zen garden and just like
Right.
mindlessly breaking everything I could. And it was like, oh yeah, I bet there's a game around here I could play. Um, which I liked the game part too, but like I just too often find myself just, you know, trailing off and getting lost in the game. So that's probably
Mhm.
a good thing. Hey, look, my favorite game of the last 5 years made a Jujutsu Kaisen themed.
I feel like Vampire Survivors have become its own, genre now.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it has. I don't remember what it's called, but someone coined a term for reverse bullet hell games, where you are the hell maker of the
Yeah.
bullet hell maker. And
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. Like
Yeah, yeah, I like that, yeah.
it sort of grasps, like it sort of kind of sums up the
Mhm.
idea of it. This seems to be like a competition based, not battle royale, but like you are playing Vampire Survivor like it's not Vampire Survivor itself, but you are
Yeah, but
playing
the mechanic of it.
the mechanic of it. And I saw a lot of similar style power-ups. They weren't the
Mhm.
same, but they looked similar. They I could, oh, there's the garlic. It does something, it acts differently, but that's
Right.
the garlic. That's the this. And so you and 8 characters hop into a vampire survival level, start out trying to survive because you know when you boot up vanilla Vampire Survivor for the first time, it's hard as fuck. You will die.
Mhm.
You will die over and over and over and over again until you
Yep.
start leveling things up and like
Yeah, until
actually
you start
get into
leveling
the
up your
game.
characters, yeah.
um God, I love that game. And the
Yeah.
fact that they called this Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble Survivathon, God, oh man, I'm so in. Like
Yeah.
that's dumb. I
I
love
mean, is this a
Survivathon.
reference to the Jutsu, Kaisen, like, anime?
Yeah,
Or
I've
okay,
never watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
okay. Neither have I. But I
Uh,
like the Survivathon.
Survivathon,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why I'm here now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Survivathon was like, God damn it, I hate you and I love you guys so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll show up for the thing. I haven't really checked out their new
The
like
Warhammer one?
card based update or
Okay.
their actual Warhammer update to
Yeah, the demo is
Vampire
out on
Survivor
that one.
itself.
I haven't picked that one up yet, but
But that's kind of the way it is. Like every 6 months, I will just get sucked back into that game. It happened earlier this year. I talked
mhm.
about it on the show. And so I think when I get sucked back in again, I will buy the DLCs I'm missing, pick up the new game they've made and just like, that'll be my month.
Mhm.
So I'm excited for this. I'm excited for like a competition based Vampire Survivors. That seems kind of fun.
Yeah,
Got anything about Lord of the Fallen 2?
sure. I mean, it's coming,
Okay.
which
Yeah,
is which
cool.
is good because this is. I mean, it's a new game. It's not like it's a
Yeah.
remade game.
Yeah.
So
Um
it's it's coming to the
yeah.
Switch at the same time as everything else.
We
Not like
we
these next two games.
I was to say we've reached the excuse me. The Souls-like portion of the show because we've got
Yep.
the Lies of P completed edition.
Hmm.
Um yeah, there you go, Lies of P. Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition.
I didn't realize this game was 7 years old.
I did not either. Um
Yeah,
but I also am not a big Devil May Cry guy. I love me some fuck, what's his name?
Dante.
Okami. No, Okami, Beautiful
Oh,
Joe, the guy behind
Hideki. Is that
uh
Hideki or is that
uh his last name starts with a K.
Hideki Kami?
Kamiya.
Yeah, Kamiya. Yeah,
Yes, Kamiya.
yeah.
The guy who was the original director on Devil May Cry 1 when it got spun off
Hmm.
into its own thing. Yeah, Kamiya, love him. Just never really played these games. So,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, to the
I mean,
2019 action
the
game.
Devil May Cry games are good. Devil May Cry 5 was really good. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've been meaning to jump back into it again, but I don't know if it's going to be worth me rebuying it on the Switch or just playing my PlayStation 4 copy. So,
Yeah, fair. Like that's the same way I feel about the Black Flag remake. Like,
yeah.
could be cool, but
At
I
the
could just
very
play it
least, that's a
again.
full on like. I mean, it's not a full on remake, but they at least did some quality of life stuff instead
Yes,
of
yeah, they've done
this is
some new
just a
things.
port. This is just a port. That's it.
Yeah. I'm sure Dante will get like a Mario hat, an option or something
Sure.
like that.
Have fun with that.
That's how Nintendo does things.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of a remake, Vanillaware's 2009 action game Muramasa.
I love this game. Honestly, the
Yeah,
art style, the combat was great.
I did not play it, but Vanillaware has my heart.
Yep. One of
I
the
I
a very unique art style that Vanillaware has.
I respect the shit out of them.
Mhm.
And could not be more thankful that they revived the ogre battle style of games with
Yeah.
Unicorn Overlord. But they are damn good at what they do.
Mhm.
So, except for creating a story in Unicorn Overlord, they didn't do a good job at that.
Oh, okay, all right. I've never played it. The art style has always intrigued me, but I think the gameplay for me, like, took me out of it where I was like, I don't think I'd be enjoying
Mm.
that much.
Yeah, that was a thing that I saw that in the corner of the direct screen.
Mhm.
I saw the little grid based thing and like lost my mind because I've been waiting
Huh.
for someone for like 20 years to make an ogre battle successor. So it was nice to see that. But for me, when it comes to an ogre battle game, you need to have an amazing class uh, based storyline where,
Mhm.
yeah, royalty can't be the good guy in those games. And you were very much a prince who was a good guy in those
Yeah.
games. But it made sense for the way that the story was laid out and the way the mechanics were. Yada 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 yada, whatever. Unicorn Overlord is a really, really, really great, deep, unbelievably daunting game. And I loved every second of it. Xenoblade, we got 1, 2, and 3
Yeah,
being
one's out
re-released.
now, right?
Yes. That was available day of, right? I think.
Mhm. Yep.
And then the other ones will be out soon.
Yeah, July
Um,
30th and then
they're gonna,
December 4th,
they're gonna.
respectively, of course.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, they're gonna roll them out.
Yeah.
Sure. I've never been a Xeno person.
Yeah,
Xeno,
same.
yeah,
I played
Xenogears, Xeno
X on the Wii
whatever.
U,
Hmm.
and that was kind of a cool concept, but man, that game was so bloated. I was like, I
Yeah,
can't. I
it.
mean,
They're huge.
yeah, a lot of
Um,
nothing burger type stuff where I was
and
like, I'm just not interested in this.
I've had people explain like the lore and the story of the Xenoblade trilogy, at least.
Yeah.
To me, and like, oh, that's cool. I'm good though.
Yeah, I'm
You
fine.
know,
I heard a lot of great things about 3. I mean,
yeah,
the very
two as well.
emotional. Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2 was good. I feel.
Big titty
Um,
sword girl. You know,
yeah,
you inside your sword lives a girl with big boobies.
yes. Who what
Yeah,
doesn't want that?
right.
Yeah, and I heard 3 was a very emotional story. So cool.
Yeah, less boobs,
Yeah,
less
less
sword
boobs.
boobs. The
Yeah,
sword boobs were only in 2.
put sword
Let me be
boobs in
clear.
my games, please.
Um, there is a new Xenoblade Genesis. Is a new beginning for the series.
I
I
didn't
don't
know
know
what
if
this was
it's
at first because I was like, "What is this?"
yeah, I don't know if it's a before or an after. It felt like Halo because they were like, but you're already on top of giant gods. That's
Mhm.
like part of the lore of the world. So
Right.
that makes sense that you would be like riding straight ahead and be able to see ground above you and stuff. So but yeah, I too was like, what is this?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a prequel or a sequel. The Xeno, like I said, this is like Xenoblade is like the third trilogy of Xeno games.
Are they connected though in story? I don't think they are they?
I feel like they're somewhat like the world
The world is kinda connected?
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's what it is.
Alright.
I've had someone gush like I said, gush like crazy about the Xenoblade games to me and like how they
Yeah.
connect together and how they do this and that and like I also hated that person. So
Just because of that.
yeah, it's the Zelda co-host, yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the one who fucked me over. And then we got okay. Now I got a little excited for this.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
kinda
we,
brings you back to the excitement of Wii Sports a little bit.
I mean, yes, and we got that on the Switch as well.
Yeah.
We got Nintendo Switch Sports on the Switch. There
Mhm.
were like 4 sports on that game.
Yeah, like basketball.
Was basketball in there too?
I thought basketball and volleyball were on there.
Bowling and volleyball, I remember, and I think
Oh, no, maybe
tennis.
I'm no, volleyball was on there, yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
basketball was now that I think about it.
badminton. They had
Badminton,
tennis,
okay.
badminton, volleyball, and bowling,
Mhm.
which fine. But I also remember that it was like really difficult to like you had to force your character profile onto something, and
Yeah.
if like it was really hard to pass the controller around and just Wii Sports like
Mhm.
Wii Sports would. And so I'm hoping they've gotten rid of those weird um you know requirements or however it was because I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I played the demo when it came out, but in this they have got what like 11 sports. Got boxing. I love boxing. I love Wii
Yeah.
Sports boxing. Table tennis was a really great Wii Sports Resort on the Wii
Mhm.
U or not on the Wii U, on the Wii with the little butt plug. What was it? The Wii Motion Plus.
Oh, Wii Motion Plus,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So
I was like, "Butt
that
plug?"
had yeah. So that had table tennis, archery, basketball, and like plane flying
Mhm.
in Wii Sports Resort. So those are here too in some weird way. We've got volleyball back. We've got tennis as well as table tennis. So like
Mhm.
okay. Bowling, cool. Basketball, like I said, I really liked basketball in Wii Sports Resort. We got golf. We've got jump rope, skateboarding. What is power cruising?
I forget what power cruising
Is that on
was.
a boat or something or like
Or is that the wave is
jet
that the wave
ski?
runner, the jet ski thing?
It's got to
Yeah.
be a jet ski. Okay, that's another
Yeah.
thing that was in Wii
That
Sports
was it. I
Resort.
remember the video of, like, you holding your, the
Yeah,
Joy-Cons like this.
and then I left out the best one,
Yeah,
thumb
one we
wrestling.
have to talk about apparently because that
Thumb
warranted a
wrestling.
10-minute extra footage of.
I had the best time watching Koizumi-san
Yeah,
play
really
thumb
trying to
wrestling.
get into it.
I don't know. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. I thought
Mhm.
it was cute.
Yeah,
He
it
lost.
was cute. Yeah, but his body was so into it.
I don't
Oh
know.
man.
I love Yoshiaki Koizumi. I think
Hmm.
he's I think he's the the successor to like Tezuka-san.
Hmm.
He's
Okay.
all like he's just kind of like I think Ishii Aonuma is Miyamoto's chosen predecessor,
Yeah.
and I've always preferred Tezuka, and I like Koizumi. I like the fact that he was just constantly trying to sneak story into Mario 64
Hmm.
and into Ocarina of Time, and every time Miyamoto found it, he was like, "Get this shit out of here! I don't want to answer these questions for the next 20 years."
You're
And he was like, "No, I'm going to put it back in." I don't
right.
know. I've always enjoyed him. I love his work. I think Mario Odyssey is a crowning achievement.
Hmm.
I and watching him play thumb wrestling was like this dumb, stupid thing that I don't know, I had a good time.
Yeah.
It made me want to play it. We got a little RuneScape, which we already talked about. Hey, more RuneScape. Hello Kitty Mario Party.
40 mini games of Hello Kitty stuff.
That's not enough mini games for a
No, that's
Mario
not
Party
enough.
style
Oh boy.
game.
Okay,
No,
that
you need
sounds like
more than that.
this is not. I am not the target audience for this, so I
No,
can't
nor
be
am
up.
I.
I can't be upset about this. I'm glad there's probably an audience out there that would love this, and I'm happy for you.
Speaking of, there probably an audience out there that would love this. Hey, Star
Yeah,
Fox, it's
yeah.
back.
I also would love this.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
I would love a proper sequel to
I also would too.
Star Fox 64 style
That
Star
would be
Fox
great.
games.
That would be great. Maybe
Yes,
we'll see.
yes. We got a new HD 2D game that is actually has Final Fantasy attached to it finally.
So I don't understand.
But
I don't understand this one. Is this a unique story, or what? Or is it like some sort of multiverse breaking?
I don't
Oh,
know
this is a mobile game.
because it's Brave Exvius,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they're gonna go past the mobile game part of it.
I don't want this anymore.
Honestly, I just want them. No, I when they said like, hey, it's the first HD 2D new Final Fantasy game, and I was like, no,
This
that
is
doesn't mean anything.
no, that doesn't mean anything,
You
especially
know,
when this is it.
who cares about Final Fantasy games? Like, if you're gonna
Yeah.
do this with like a numbered Final Fantasy game.
Hmm.
But if you're just gonna be like, we made a new, like, whether you're remaking a phone game or you're just like, hey, we've made a brand new old school Final Fantasy game. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You just named it that.
Yeah.
You can try and do that if you want,
And
but like,
let's throw some legendary Final Fantasy characters in here just as like summons or something.
yeah, I would be really if this game contains the sort of multiverse thing that like Warriors games do, or
Hmm.
isekai sort of like we brought all the characters from all our different games into, then I'm completely turned off. But
Yeah.
as it stands, it's like, oh, that's cute. No, you didn't make a Final Fantasy game.
Hmm.
You can call Final Fantasy Crisis Core a Final Fantasy game all you want. It's not a Final Fantasy game. It's
Hmm.
just, sort of fan
Hmm.
service.
Uh,
Right.
mm, okay.
Right? No? Am I
I mean,
wrong?
it's fan service, but I still think it's a Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
I mean, that's a conversation for another day too, as well.
Okay. Okay. Pikuniku 2.
Sure.
Cool. Like, I'm glad Pikuniku's getting a sequel. That's nice.
Okay.
Dragon Quest Monsters, also a new Dragon Quest Monsters entry. That's nice.
Yeah.
Probably won't get it, but cool.
Yeah.
Dusk Bloods.
Kind of wish they
What
showed
the
more, but
fuck?
I mean, I don't think a lot of people still really know what to expect out of this.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone like really knows what to do with this information.
Yeah, I mean, all they know is that it's a From Software game, and everyone's really, excited
Yeah.
for that.
It was like, oh shit, there's a new FromSoft game.
And Switch
Oh
to
shit, it's
exclusive?
switched to exclusive.
Yeah,
What does this mean? No one knows what to do with that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, what are we going to be doing for the next 10 years? Are people going to be like, when's Duskblood getting off of the Switch too? Like
Yeah.
Bloodborne. Like, I'm not quite sure what to do with this yet, but I'll keep my eye on it.
I mean, there's a closed network test this summer.
Yeah, there you go. Waiting for whenever they do that for Splatoon Raiders as well, because Splatoon games always get like a closed network test.
Yeah.
Excited to check that out. I don't know if this game is for me still.
I don't know either. I mean,
And I'm a huge Splatoon fan.
They're fun, but I don't know if it's enough for me to. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence about this. Like, I've seen it; it looks cool, but like,
It looks cool, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then Deltarune got announced. The final Deltarune chapter
Yeah.
is coming, so that's big news for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get through these as fast as we can because we've been here for a while.
Yeah, we've been here for a while. Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
I'm fading out.
Yeah, me too, dude. So Metaphor ReFantazio finally coming to a Nintendo system.
Yep.
People fucking love that game. I love Persona games, so I've always wanted to kind of check it out.
It's a good game, man.
Minecraft got a Switch 2 edition, but they didn't say it that way. They said that like, oh, Minecraft is getting so many big things. Like, no, this is the Switch 2 edition. Move on.
Yeah.
But that's cool, whatever. Additional game reminders. They told us about that. What, Space Marine's coming. DayZ is coming. They announced that MGS Master Collection Volume 2 is coming to Switch, so that's cool.
Yep.
MGS 4 will be on Nintendo. That's funny. Rise of the Tomb Raider is available now. Cute. Tales of Eternia, sure. SnowRunner, Fitness Boxing 3, Everbloom, and Final Fantasy 14.
Which is wild because
oh my god.
I feel like that game is dying every year.
And then I don't know. People seem to like it, I guess.
No, I'm glad for them that there's like a forever game, kind of like Final Fantasy 14.
Though.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, Final Fantasy 14 coming home.
Yeah, right.
More re-release stuff. All of the Kingdom Hearts collections that were on the Switch are coming to Switch 2. They didn't say it that way.
1.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.8, but oh god.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about this.
That way. They made it sound like, oh my god, this is a big deal. No, all of them are just getting a Switch 2 edition.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The big deal though was Kingdom Hearts 4 got a big old trailer.
Got some gameplay.
A lot of gameplay. I don't know if it looked like this to you, but Sora felt like an overlay. He just didn't feel like he was in the screen. I don't know.
I felt like he was too. I don't know. He looked too skinny. Like obviously, I think he's like a teenage Zora, maybe late teens Zora. Like I don't know. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game ever in my life, so I have no frame of reference.
Chain of Memories on GBA, but that was all I ever did.
Yeah, but I have no frame of reference for who Sora should be. But I mean, this trailer wasn't enough for me to be like, I got to pick up a Kingdom Hearts game now. But,
yeah, no, I mean, obviously not. If you're not in, you're not in.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if I haven't been in by now, I don't think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to get me in at all.
I think it looked a little off to me. Like I felt like the player character just felt like it was on my TV screen, whereas everything else felt like it had depth, and it just like, I don't know. It felt a little weird to me. It might still be early on, whatever. This is the first action we've seen since we saw Sora lying in a bed 2 years ago or something like that.
4 years ago. I feel that was a long time ago.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
hasn't happened that long. Speaking of lying in beds and that being all we fucking get.
Yeah.
I am a mad little girl. Okay. I wanted more. I wanted more from this Ocarina reveal. We already knew about all this. They already knew we already knew about all this, and they did not decide to do something different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You said you felt like it was rushed. I felt like it was lazy. that they were just like, nah, we don't need to change anything.
Yeah, I said it was rushed because it was like, well, everybody knows about it. We don't have much to show right now, so let's just give them a teaser just for
They
shits.
better have more to show right now. The
I
game
know,
should
and
be ready soon.
especially since they're saying it's coming out this year. They said 2026.
I think they just want to control the narrative. They don't want it to run away from them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the typical Nintendo being cautious.
Hmm.
This thing will sell like crazy.
Yep.
I think they know it'll sell like crazy, but they still want to be cautious.
Yeah.
And
Definitely Nintendo very much wants to control their narrative,
yes,
control
they do.
their story, control their news. So you know what? They're gonna show us Ocarina of Time remake footage when they're damn good and ready.
I just need to know right now if it's a reskin or not. Because we've been hearing that it's going to be some sort of like maybe open world, but we don't know. I think the most I could trust was that we were going to get this game this year.
Yeah,
That was the most I could trust.
I think it was flirted around that if they make it like a Breath of the Wild style world, which I think I hope they don't do that. I hope they not to that scale. Maybe half that scale. Fine, I'd be cool with that. But
sure, if the scope needs to change for me.
Yeah.
If this is just a reskin, I'm not buying it. I don't buy Zelda.
No, just play it on the
remasters.
just play it on the Nintendo Switch Online service or play it on your 3DS.
Yeah, I have a million ways to play Ocarina. I'm good.
But I mean, as far as they're calling it Ocarina of Time remake. So as far as the one little scene where they showed Link like sleeping, it leads me to believe that's the art style that they're choosing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, which is fine. I think everyone feels a little weird. Not quite Uncanny Valley, but like approaching that. People were like, he just looks a little weird. I wonder if they just started with the adult Link model and then
kind of worked their way down.
So there's a little residual adultness in his face. I felt very hobbity look to him, but that's fine. They're Kokiri, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm in. I'm curious to see. I'm obviously curious to find out more. It's just, I know there's certain parts of Ocarina of Time that they better damn well keep in there. Kind of similar to what I felt about Code Veronica remake, which I feel like we talked about that a long time ago.
Dude.
But like,
it's June, baby.
Right. We're already halfway through the month. But yeah, so I hope there's a lot of elements that they keep in this game. They can't fuck with it.
No.
This game is too beloved, and I think they know that.
I mean, mix in some, Master Quest, fuck with the dungeons all you want. Like, change them around a little bit. Like, that's fine with me. Because that's why I'm here. I want new dungeons. I always want new dungeons. That's what I'm into Zelda for. But, like, I don't imagine they'll fuck with it too much. But I would like to see at least a bigger scope. A little bit more going on. We already got the Grezzo remake, which is about as definitive as you can get of a remake of a Zelda game. Like, it's really damn good. Remake. Adds a lot of quality, some quality of life stuff. Gyro aiming, come on, like, gimme. So, like, I'm interested to see what they do with this, but like, I want to see it. So I'm
surprised. Upset. I'm really surprised that's all they showed us, which is it's wild to me. Yeah. It's wild to me.
I was like, we knew this. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
You have to have showed us something.
Just pivot a little bit. But okay.
Or at least announce like, hey, you're gonna find out more at the Ocarina of Time Direct coming.
Thank
soon.
you. Yeah. Thank you. I would have loved to hear that, but we probably won't get that till like August.
No, probably not. So I think this game is going to be coming out in December then. So
I would love to play it. We just need to know more.
Need more. So, well, that's the big, all the big updates, all the big video game releases and news. And we made it. Oh my God. So, if you haven't checked out our Patreon page, consider donating to us and helping us out with some, fresh bonus content. Go to patreon.com/hair of the dogcast. We want to thank our higher tier Patreon supporters: Phil Wright, Brian Ward, Ryan Krasiniak, Luigi's on the camera flicking his hams around. So his hands, not hams.
Cheering for you guys
Yeah.
quietly.
Kipper, Jordan Hoff, Phil Just Red Bear Phil, thanks Tyler, Justin Mealy, Just Sonic, Spetsnaz, Ejot, Tony Pepperoni, and BG. Appreciate you all for listening. Any final parting words?
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right.
Big yawns.
All right. Good night, everybody.